There we go. That's a lot better. Alright. Hey there. Hi there, Jason. Welcome to the stream and thank you very much. I'm quickly catching up to some news before we get started with the stream. There's some exciting things going on in the world of science. So I wanted to catch up a little bit. How you guys doing? Well, we could shift it to another one. I just have way too much going on here. Okay, so this is a better soundtrack. Oh, today is mostly going to be reactions, submissions from the Discord, and there's a lot there I need to close. Jeez, I have so much here. Man, and I needed to find some footage. We're in the process of doing a little bit too much here. I don't know if some of you can see that, but no, you can't. I'm not gonna turn the camera. We're planning on moving, so I don't know if I will be able to edit the recordings that I have for next week. So if there's a limited amount of videos next week, that might be why. We have a bunch of things happening here. We found a new home that is more towards the countryside. No, unfortunately though, we are not exactly doing a science stream. I'm just trying to catch up on some stuff here. We're gonna have some friends and I are having some discussions because they want to start a podcast where they essentially we are all going to share our field of expertise. Me doing some astrophysics, and well, we are three actually that do some astrophysics. The other two specialize in neuroscience and the other one in nanoscience. So we are gonna discuss a bunch of things. We are like in the process of setting that up. So because I have some expertise doing a bit of podcast work, so I'm gonna help them with that. So that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, the news here with NASA is essentially that the Webb's telescope that some of you may have known about or heard about at least had comprised all of these photos some time ago. At least took some data that were turned into a photo, and now is just a slight bit more precise. And yeah, it's kind of fun for the average person looking at that. Makes like zero sense, and it's kind of ridiculous to just slightly enhancing a picture, but what we can see is way more. Anyways, to the more relatable subject here, let's have some sciencey stuff actually, but more in the animal kingdom. More nanomachines. That will come eventually. One day, I promise you, we will have those nanomachines that react to physical trauma. Now, first thing, we're gonna watch a video from Casual Geographic, the wonderful animal channel. This one is called "Why These Fish Belong in a Horror Movie More Than Sharks." I'm gonna admit one thing. I had the biggest fright for sharks in the longest time. It only just recently that I realized that they are not as dangerous as they're supposed to be. For those who might have checked the Kurzgesagt video that I uploaded recently about the insane amount of existential crises that one can face in just a single week, shark attacks are at the bottom of the totem pole. They are not as dangerous as anything else that you can face out there. More people are actually just dying of like random falls and accidents than sharks could ever cause them. So yeah, why these fish belong in a horror movie? Let's check this one out. And let me make sure that I actually have the right audio sources here. Good. The hell?
Oh, Jesus!
Eu gostei assim, amostradinho.
You know, the greatest trick Hollywood ever pulled was convincing the world that sharks are the only things to fear in the water. There be monsters.
No, that's a one-piece monster right there. That's a sea king. Look at the smile on their faces, like, gotcha, homie.
In the last video, we talked about how sharks might just be the most misunderstood creatures in nature, with
Oh.
a PR team that works about as hard as a whiteout's brain after 6 rounds of CTE. They've been done so dirty, they've actually overshadowed the other ichthyological insanity spawned from Satan's septic tank. These are 7 fish that should honestly terrify you more than any shark. This isn't really to substitute one fear for another, but I do think these fish could make a much more traumatizing, nightmare-inducing horror flick than Jaws.
Quick thing, can we rename the video to The 7 Deadly Fins? Come on. Come on. Come on, man.
Should honestly terrify you more than any shark. This isn't really to substitute one fear for another, but I do think these fish could make a much more traumatizing, nightmare-inducing horror flick than Jaws. And it starts right here. Those eyes belong to a pair of arapaimas, also known as a pirarucu. You've definitely seen them before. Does this video ring a bell? It definitely rang his. It's one of the biggest freshwater middle fingers nature forgot to vault, usually growing to over 6 feet long and 200 something pounds. It's bad enough those are NBA point guard measurements, but the beefiest ones can get to 10 feet in length and weigh over 400 pounds.
That was supposed to be a crocodile. Somehow nature said, no, we're not giving you feet. You're gonna stick to that size, but we're not giving you feet. Because you will be too much of a menace. Yikes. They are some massive boys.
This Jurassic roid guppy usually eats other fish to go with fruits and seeds, but also birds and allegedly even monkeys sitting on branches too close to water. And if you don't believe that, it's because you haven't seen them hunt. They're explosively quick, and the aquatic black hole has been known to confuse feet for fish and finally pull people underwater. One zookeeper reportedly made the mistake of trying to retrieve a glove that had fallen into an arapaima pool, and in a split second got his hand, wrist, and several fingers broken. There's also the fact that a refrigerator-sized fish will yeet themselves out of water in self-defense. And let's talk about that defense. The plus-size paiche is covered in heavily armored scales, not only tough enough to tank piranha attacks, locals historically use them as nail files. They've also used their tongues as scrapers, since these fish have teeth growing out of a bony tongue that can be used to effectively crush struggling prey against the roof of their mouths.
Wow. This is the original Gag Gag 3000. Oh no. It's like, yeah, obviously the sharks, they are well known for having the rows of teeth, but having that on a tongue? JoJo reference? Yeah.
You know nature got in its bag when it made a fish that can breathe air, and the Antichrist of the Amazon has a modified swim bladder that was repurposed as lungs, meaning this flex of a fish can survive 24 hours out of water. On one hand, that means they have to come up for air every 20 minutes or suffer the eternal shame of being a fish that finds a way to drown. But it also works out for them because in low oxygen water where most fish become slow and sluggish, the air merchant Menace can pretty much go on a killing streak. Now the question is, could an Arapaima pack up a person? While there's no indication they see us as a snack, there are old stories of high-strung assault guppies effectively drowning people, likely by knocking them unconscious and leaving them incapacitated underwater. Not him, he's fine. You can unclench guidelines, he's good. But one man that almost wasn't was Jeremy Wade.
Oh, yeah. We know the guy. The deadliest fish. Jeez. This man has caught like everything. I don't know if he was trying to fill his Pokédex, but yeah, he's been around. But how do they taste? I don't know. I noticed some fish do have like a very, what is it? The most common comparison tend to be salmon or cod, right? Or no. The trout as well tends to be like the tree that is rotated, like in terms of what certain fish taste like. Rarely do. Oh no, there are some fish that are said to have the same taste as chicken, as always, because people always compare everything to chicken.
Probably needs no introduction, but long story short, he's a zoologist who hosted the show River Monsters, which ended, but only because he caught every fish nature had to
River
offer.
Monsters,
But he
yeah,
almost caught an
was...
early life retirement after a pissed off Paima struck him square in the chest and nearly caused irreversible damage to his heart. Not only did this fish nearly have us singing, the suspect wasn't more than 90 pounds. Remember, the overachievers can press the scales at 400 or, 180 kilograms worth of kill a man. So yeah, the Arapaima is a shack-sized, air-breathing, armor-plated predatory vacuum, and strangely enough, it's not the fish I'm most scared of in the Amazon. But we'll get to that. The piranha actually isn't. If you remember from an earlier video, piranhas might be just as misunderstood as sharks. They're mostly just scavenging opportunists that our childhoods convinced us were way more of an issue.
Yes, the whole thing with, out of all people, Theodore Roosevelt, the American president who was posing in photos, is led to believe that this was how vicious piranhas were, by forcing them to eat off a carcass. So that's how the whole myth about them being so vicious came from. And also because a lot of the time they're being starved and not allowed to actually consume what is their typical food. So that's why they will actually attack humans. Actually, they are supposed to be rather afraid of us. So, yeah.
You cannot say the same for their cousins found in the Congo basin of Central Africa. The Goliath tigerfish can grow to nearly 5 feet long, over 100 pounds, and they're what people were told piranhas are times 10. They're in the same order, but where piranhas are primarily a swimming cleanup crew, tigerfish actively hunt for their bodies. And you'll find out, nature built this prehistoric problem to do exactly that. They have sharp dagger-like teeth that many swear are comparable to that of a great white. Although I personally see them as more conical, like a crocodile, which is a coincidence since the saltwater variety are their only natural predators. But of course, the swimming expletive has also been known to murk smaller crocs. They have eerily strong eyesight to track prey, special organs to detect the vibrations they make underwater, and they're strong enough to brute force their way through the turbulent waters of their hunting grounds. They're considered one of the toughest freshwater fish time left behind, and tigerfish are even on record snatching birds out of the air. Not just birds, but swallows, some of the fastest and most maneuverable out there. Scientists studying them watched as 300 birds got permanently grounded by tigerfish in just over 2 weeks. They're so feared that in many places they're only known by one name, Benga, meaning the dangerous fish. There's even a story of a young girl wearing a belt made out of bottle caps in order to ward off evil spirits. Ironically, it did the exact opposite and attracted the tigerfish, who apparently confused the bottle caps for fish scales and nearly bisected the girl. Allegedly. It's an extremely fast, explosive vice grip with almost zero prey prejudice. And I'd still rather take a bite from them than the fish up next.
Oh,
and that's cause next is the Candiru. And a lot of y'all already know what road we're going down.
Oh no. Is it when you nodded but she keeps sucking? If it was a fish. Except that move will kill you.
The Candiru is a tiny parasite in the Amazon, also nicknamed the vampire fish for their habit of invading the gills of larger fish and scraping the insides to feed off their blood. And with backward-facing spines and a powerful bite, it's nearly impossible to shake it off before it completes its liquid transaction. Horror comes from the legend of Candiru being attracted to the chemicals in urine and swimming up the urethra of unlucky humans and getting stuck up there.
No! I did not need to recall the stories of that again. Yo, yo, that is that is so nasty. This is why you are never pissing in a lake. Don't. Please, this is your last notice. Don't ever do that.
Fate that takes surgery to reverse. Imagine a serrated, sentient toothpick in your bathing suit business, and you'll see why the violation with gills is so feared. How much of this is even real? Most of the reports of people getting penetrated by peenfish are really sus at best. Apparently, they're not even attracted to the ammonia in human urine in the first place. There's a good chance that the Candiru controversy came from European settlers coming home from long expeditions and telling these long, exaggerated stories to anyone who'd listen for status and attention. Yeah, but basically they were probably lying for clout.
Or they could have engaged in something, gotten an STI, and were like, no, you know, it was a fish. It was the fish that ruined my pee-pee. And not me fucking around and finding out. Men will literally lie about everything instead of taking accountability. That's so fucking funny. I swear to God. I could definitely see that happening. Yo, dude, what happened to your dick? No, you see, this fish swam upstream. What, I like a waterfall? No, up my piss. No, come on, stop capping. You were having too much fun. No. I swear to God.
You have to remember, the whole piranha skinning a cow thing spawned from locals staging an event to impress the president. The truth is, your chances of peeing in the Amazon and getting frontal probed by a fish are about as much as you getting meal prepped by a shark or getting struck by lightning. Oh, my bad. And getting struck by lightning. That being said, I'd rather get tag teamed by the pets of Poseidon and the forces of Zeus than have a bloodluster up my urethra, no Franklin. If the odds ain't zero, they're just too high for me. But I'll happily take a Candiru to the Mandiru, then run into aquatic op number 4. In fact, I'm so afraid of it, I actually had to break my own rule for this video. The Humboldt squid obviously isn't a fish, but it's the closest thing to a living nightmare on this list. Let's be clear, at 5 feet, about 100 pounds, there are bigger squid. What sets Humboldts apart is they can hunt in packs of over 1,000. Yeah, that's 3 zeros like a Tony Snell stat line. Nicknamed Diablo Rojo, there are old fisherman tales of men falling overboard, getting swarmed, and never coming back up. There's also stories of them curiously approaching divers before flipping and trying to rip their masks off.
El
Who needs
Diablo.
stories when marine biologist Alex Kirstich can tell you about the time several homicidal squids grabbed him and attempted to drag him down into the dark maw of the abyss. It gets worse when you realize what exactly happens when a red devil decides to take you to hell. Humboldts aren't just highly intelligent, they're covered in tiny red chromatophores that they can use to rapidly change color in order to communicate with each other. It's like Morse code but for Crip and calamari. We don't know exactly what it means, but there's a good chance if a Humboldt confronts you and starts violently flashing red, it could be telling a bunch of others you can't see that you're free eats. So likely the last thing you'll see is pulsing red before you get eaten alive. It doesn't help that satanic cephalopods are known for speed eating and are notorious for stripping fish to the bones faster than fishermen can reel them. Add a beak that can easily slice flesh and a bite force that can reportedly crack bone, and I think you see why I'm not exaggerating when I say I'll deal with every other fish on this list than a pack of predatory color coordinating squid. And I don't care what logic says, there's no doubt in my mind this squid would eat a human if they thought they could. Why?
Dude. You see a fish coming your way and go flashing about, insinuating, translating that in Morse code saying, gang gang, you are dead. Just say whatever prayer or your eulogy. Jesus.
Humboldt squid only live about a year. That rapid growth in a short time means they'll rarely pass up an easy meal, even if it's their own kind. Humboldts are highly cannibalistic, and they will not hesitate to turn on a weak or injured member of their own hunting party. There was a study done off the coast of Chile that found that out of over 2,000 squid, more than half held the remains of their own kind in their stomachs. It sounds to me that anything they see as weaker than them is something they can feed off, and the only saving grace for us is they usually only press things smaller than they are. But you don't even have to be seen as food for affiliated squids to be a problem. Like a true xenophobic, they react to most things they don't understand with aggression, and they've even attacked cameras and equipment and left them out of order. To me, the most disturbing aspect of getting assaulted by squids is, even if you escape, if you panic and surface too fast, you can get the bends and past tense anyway. That type of psychological horror is what puts the Humboldt here, and wouldn't you know, emotional damage is another symptom of finding out about the next fish. Cause now we got the stonefish. Not one of, but the most venomous fish.
Oh, yeah. The thing that can kill you like within a minute, isn't it? Yeah, good luck. If you step on this one, you're dead.
Known to man. It's armed with verrucotoxin, and symptoms of getting stung include crippling pain, shock, tissue death, and even paralysis. And speaking of pain, you can be in agony for over 12 hours, and it's enough of an eternal jihad to cause hallucinations. Anecdotally, there have been tourists who've stepped on a stonefish only to beg their doctors to chop off the whole foot. Then there's the added threat of, if you don't get out of the water quick enough, it won't even be the venom. You can get paralyzed and catch a stage fatality to drowning. Even if you survive, you can still suffer permanent nerve damage and severe muscle atrophy. But that all wouldn't even be that bad if the stonefish wasn't nature's manifestation of a dick move. The most venomous animals on the planet usually dress with bright colors to warn the rest of the population that they're packing. Stonefish decided to do exactly none of that and instead cosplays as a stone, only to mortally punish you for its camouflage working.
But I'm sorry, but why? Why? Why are you torching it? Like, seriously. I know that there's like a stereotype that sometimes gets made fun of. With like, if you are less melanated, you are more likely to go and fuck around with animals. Like for all I know, most black people don't even fuck with like bigger cats than the ones that we can have in our homes. Okay, we've seen Tony the Tiger on the literal cereal box. If we go to the zoo and we have the opportunity to pet one, we don't. How the fuck do you see a sentient rock and say to yourself, is that thing breathing underwater? Let me pick it up. No, just leave it be and go your merry ways.
Like I said, it's like having invisibility but also serving the death penalty every time someone steps on your foot. Then you gotta add the fact that there are another fish that can survive 24 hours out of the water, and they have a literal switchblade growing out of their forehead. Yeah, I knew they were a problem ever since one nearly perma-napped Nigel Thornberry. A stone-cloaking toxic minefield of misery, but with stonefish anti-venom being the second most administered in Australia, today if you get stung, your chances of surviving are actually pretty good. Not like the next fish, because for this one, there is no antidote. The stonefish might be the most venomous fish, but the pufferfish is arguably the most poisonous thing alive. Quick rule of thumb on the difference: if it bites you and you die, it's venomous. If you bite it and you become a wuzz, it's poisonous. And few things are more poisonous than puffer tetrodotoxin, which is 1,200 times more of a death sentence than cyanide. Tetrodotoxin interferes with signals between nerves and muscles, causing muscle paralysis and a total shutdown.
So yeah, the one that gets used for fugu. Japanese delicacy, but like you need an entire academical degree to be able to cut one up and serve it to people. Yeah, because you also need to serve a life sentence if you kill a person on accident.
And of course, the fugu blowfish is considered a delicacy, but if the chef misses a single cut even by a little, you're instantly on the clock. You won't know that happened until your face goes numb and your lips and tongue get this weird prickling feeling. Then, you'd suddenly get a splitting headache and dizziness to go at vomiting and diarrhea as your body desperately tries to purge the poison. But it's
to my knowledge, they are very tasty. Never tried one. I have been to a few Japanese restaurants that actually serve them, but no, I wouldn't even dare.
Late, and you'd start getting paralyzed, starting with the hands and feet, but slowly spreading out, and by this point, you likely can't even call for help. Finally, it'd get harder and harder to breathe until you notice the room slowly fade to black, leading to either a coma, seizure, or just death. The permanent kind. Tetrodotoxin essentially flips a kill switch in your body, and there is no antidote. The only treatment is hooking you up to a respirator to breathe for you and praying it passes. The poison puffball is such a problem, it makes you forget they also have teeth that can bite clean through your finger. In fact, it's more than enough to violate a scorpion. And I don't even know how to describe what they do to crabs. Turning crustacean into crustacean with a smile, no less, is criminal. There's nothing funny about getting caught in that bite, with reports of pufferfish mutilating the genitals of men, and one case in 2008 where a Cambodian child had his coin purse sliced in half by a pufferfish.
Okay, first of all, it's good that I didn't pause it there at the mutilation of man. Because I was about to say, who the hell saw that as being like nature's fleshlight? Luckily, those are freak accidents.
And unlike the Candiru, this ain't a myth. Have your privates out by a puffer and you might just get... So that's 6 of the sinister 7, but before we get to the last one, we got honorable mentions. The fact that there's a fish that weaponized electricity enough to decommission a caiman and we just accept that is kinda crazy. And the thing is, it might not even be the voltage, but it's getting knocked out in shallow water that'll get you. Swordfish are one of the fastest things in the sea. They also have a built-in melee weapon equipped capable of inflicting life-altering harm. In 2015, a Hawaiian man was fatally struck in the chest while trying to catch one. Another man in Malaysia bled to death after a swordfish yeeted itself out of the water and also RNG'd him in the chest. Swordfish are also on record shanking sharks and even bleeding out sea turtles. The sheep's head fish. Really only because of that mouth. Trypophobics be damned. The Titan triggerfish is a highly aggressive honey badger with gills capable of dishing out severe injuries with the same teeth they use for crunching coral, sea urchins, and even a crown of thorns starfish. The trigger might as well be named after their temper, and this 1.5-foot vibe check is a big reason why beginner divers never go back in the water. Speaking of big, the Goliath grouper. At 8 feet up to 800 pounds, the fish the size of a small car feels more like a leftover Jurassic prop. Lucky for us, most divers describe it as a gentle giant with the temperament of a St. Bernard. Although a St. Bernard didn't allegedly swallow an entire kid in the Florida Keys. Allegedly. But since we're on the subject, the last fish on this list are catfish. And yeah, that's kinda cheating. There's over 3,000 species of catfish, even including the genital jihad, the Candiru. Catfish are like the trash compactors of the fish family, which isn't a problem until you see just how big they can really get. And once a catfish gets big enough, there aren't a lot of things alive they won't.
Yeah. Like, we actually had a discussion the other day during dinner. We had family over discussing the size of tuna, because in some areas in America where some grizzly bears were like displaced, tunas have this capacity of growing rather large. So if they are undisturbed, they can grow pretty big. And then a fellow who was invited to the dinner, who is actually a fisherman, talked about these things here and how they can do a similar thing. And yeah, from what we can see right now, it gets pretty damn big.
Try to eat. We've seen armadillos, turtles, and even unaware seagulls get fooled by a catfish. There's a species in France that figured out how to stalk and hunt bathing city pigeons. Another learned to wait by cave entrances to suck up any exhausted bats that fall in. There was even a catfish nicknamed Kuno the Killer who terrorized a German lake and somehow caught and ate someone's dog. Basically,
Kuno the Killer. Why am I thinking of Kuno from freaking Disco Elysium? Is this throwing out slurs whenever it attacks you? Like a ginger kid named Kuno. Instead we have a fish.
they're all the shit I've talked about pelicans being, just in fish form. The question is, if a catfish has ever eaten a live human, and it isn't even if they would, but if they could. The Wells catfish can grow to 10 feet long and cap out at 300 pounds. The Mekong catfish can also get to 10 feet, and the heaviest one ever recorded was pushing 650 pounds. If there's a catfish that could stomach a human, it should be one of these, but there's a slightly smaller catfish that was believed to be a legit man-eater. In the late 90s and early 2000s, a series of fatal attacks on people in the Gully River had people convinced there was something in the water hunting humans. In these attacks, victims were suddenly pulled underwater in front of people, only for their bodies to never be recovered. In 2007, Atal Kumar was swimming with friends when he was violently dragged underwater, and while he was never seen again, friends caught a glimpse of something that they could only describe as an elongated pig. Crocs and bull sharks were considered, but the prime suspect ended up being the goonch. At about over 6 feet, 200 pounds, the goonch is usually smaller than the whales in the Mekong, but it's feared that the practice of burning funeral pyres by the river led to the equal opportunists developing a taste for human flesh. And while it's a stretch to say a corpse-happy catfish could swallow an adult, it becomes a little less believable with children. There's no solid proof of a catfish catching a person, but they for sure can off one. The biggest ones can easily overpower you, if not just knock you out and drown you. Not to mention a majority are venomous, with those spines putting both experienced fishermen and oblivious bystanders in the hospital. They also have a nasty sandpaper-like bite that can easily draw blood. But what really makes them a living horror movie is their intelligence. The ones packing up pigeons, they weren't always doing that, but they pretty much ate everything else around them and were forced to adjust. So it's anyone's guess what could happen if they gain a taste for humans. And with catfish being swimming tongues with over 175,000 taste buds across their bodies, yeah, I doubt acquiring taste takes long. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you drink water, hug your mother, try not to get catfished out here. If you'd like to see me swim with slightly less freaky fish, the full GoPro footage of me in Hawaii will be uploaded to my Patreon. And with that last second self-promo out the way, I'ma see y'all in the next one.
Say.
You blowing her bubbles?
Say. That's what I'm talking about. I can understand the relationship between a man and his wild animal, but you will never see me do something like this. Holy shit. Oh yeah. Fishes. Quite the creatures. I'm still freaked out about the one that swims up one's urethra. Gonna have nightmares about that one. And you will too. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that was from Casual Geographics. He has plenty of videos about this. And also, as he mentioned there, he has one on sharks, proving that they are not as bad that they are supposed to be. Yeah, that was a month ago that he uploaded that. So yeah, please make sure to go and subscribe to him if you would like to have more facts about aquatic animals and more. Now, hey there, Corvus. Welcome to the stream. Matter of fact, we will be checking a video from Geopold here on the Australia versus Austria. So, good thing to have you here. Half-Life 1, it's a good wash after this one. Oh, yeah, those videos I have. Hold on. Let me pull out something here first. Well, I guess that we can just jump into the Geopol video in a bit. So I have that. We're gonna watch Geopol now, and after that there was the latest Shoe on Head video about cougars that came on the discourse. I need to check that one out. So please indulge in me for a bit. Oh, also to answer the question with regards to the latest Enter the Historian video, I just did not react to it. I was planning on it, but the day when I had to do that, I had to go on a trip. So unfortunately, that kind of slipped my mind. I will do that eventually. Hi, Spookta. Alright, first, Geopol. We're about to watch something on the misconception, or at least, I guess, the difference between the two countries that always get interchanged, Australia or Austria. I don't know how people can make those mistakes, but it's gotten so bad that literal airports have to indicate where a flight is getting you to, not Australia. At least when you're traveling within Europe. Anyways, let's get to that.
Austria and Australia, two countries on opposite sides of the globe that somehow get confused for each other a lot. So much so that some Austrian airports are known to cater their advertisements towards tourists who intended to fly to a roasting hot Sydney and instead ended up 2 meters deep in snow in Salzburg or something. Hey, it could be worse, man. All I'm saying is that it could be a lot worse. Anyway, to settle this once and for all, today we're going to be having a battle between these two nations to see who's really worthy of the AUSTR at the start of the name. There's going to be 10 rounds. I'll be keeping the scores tallied, and that's enough waffling. The first category shootout we've got is fun. Everyone knows Aussies know how to have fucking fun. They'll take any opportunity to sink a tinny, a stubby, a pot, a fucking grog. There's like a million Aussie words that mean beer. It is
I don't know how your vernacular is in Australia, but it's, or vocabulary should I rather say, but it's goddamn massive. Like, you have the equivalence of what the Icelanders have with regards to snow. In Iceland, no, actually, no, not Iceland, Greenland. Greenland has like 20 variant words for snow. It's insane. And yeah, Australian vernaculars are fire. The first time that I heard the saying like it's dry as a dead dingo's donga, I was like, okay, okay, let's switch to Australian TV and learn some more. I fucking love it.
the only place on earth where it's acceptable to stop working every 20 minutes and smoke a couple durries, darts, smokes. Again, there's about a million words that mean cigarette. You wanna know why? Because genetically, these guys are the select few most hardcore British people. They got banished away to a tropical paradise where they can't complain about the weather anymore. Of course they're gonna have fun, man. Now, what about Austria? Well, I have recently returned from a trip to Vienna. The city's beautiful, livable, efficient, but you know what it isn't? Fun. Everywhere closes at 10 fucking PM. As soon as the sun takes a tiny dip past the horizon, all the convenience shops close, restaurants close, bars close, the metro closes, the trams stop running, the streets completely empty out, everyone dies, I think, because it's genuinely like a zombie apocalypse happens.
No, that's where he's getting this wrong. As was pointed out right now by chat, okay? If you're gonna mention drinking, Austria is also fire. Now, it needs to be pointed out. Austrians are not beating Scandinavian in drinking, okay? In every single polls, whenever we are like doing something about the news that is covering something about how the youth in Europe is constantly drinking themselves to the ground, you know who is topping the charts? Denmark. We always win. Every single results for vacation that gets ruined by young teenagers is literally Danes, okay? It's them, Sweden, Germany comes next. Actually, Finland actually also has a little bit of an issue with that, but it's fine. We don't blame them too much. But Austria is also part of that, okay? They should not be ignored. Let me point out something. Alcohol is so important here in Australia that we made non-alcoholic versions for the minors. That's good. In addition to Denmark, gene pool, yeah, we're literally born with liver failure. Like, it's literally this. When you turn 16, you either go to the confirmation or non-formation, where you are said to enter the, we call it the Voxenträger, or more or less like you become an adult. Not on paper, but essentially the meaning is that you are then allowed to drink, go to town, buy alcoholic drinks and do all that, which you have already been doing in secrets and parties and stuff like that. But from a quick more of an anecdote here, the first time that I visited Austria was to do some sightseeing and have some fun with family. And the one night that I went to town, I was invited by teens to an underground party when everything was shut down to drink with them. I went along, I did not drink. That was not my jam. Just to say that with regards to the thing he mentioned there, I think closing down, that's because they're drinking to soothe the self from the pain.
Every night. There are 2 clubs open 2 nights a week in a city with 3 million fucking people. Oh, and you want to do anything on Sunday? Forget it. This is one of the craziest things I've ever witnessed, okay? So me and Gigi go to this one pub open late in Vienna. It's like 30 degrees. The inside of the bar is crowded and steaming hot. So we go outside to this outdoor seating section, right? We start yapping away as you do. I swear to God, as soon as I open my mouth, this terrified looking man in a high-vis sprints across the road and hits me with the loudest shh I've ever heard in my life. Turns out past the hour of 9 PM in Vienna, you're not allowed to talk outside. You legally have to whisper. And this pub has a professional shusher on payroll to enforce this fucking shit. What the I think I know who's winning this one, man. I think I know. Shootout number 2, weather. Now, everyone knows...
An additional thing to the fun there, a crazy thing that I learned recently. In Australia, they are so in love with surfing that there is this city called, I think, Surf City or something of the sort. Surf Lake City, perhaps. I'm not too sure, where they commandeered a $30 million wave machine to produce waves over there. Now, you might be asking yourself, Jack, that's capping, okay? Isn't a huge part of Australia just surrounded with water? Like, isn't there literally a place called Surfer's Paradise where people go to have some fun? Yes, there is. But there is also this massive thing called the Outback, where people don't have access to the bloody sea. So for that, they're literally making up machines to produce waves. Now, Corvus is going to correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty damn sure that it's true. Actually, matter of fact, let me look that up. so that I'm not capping. Wait, Surf Lake City, I believe that's what it's called. In Australia. Surf Lake, Australia, here, has a $37 million wave machine. It is wild. Let me put this on display. It's a surf park, okay, so it's fine. But yeah, out in the outback where they are doing this. Think about this. It's like, nah, we need to get cranking, mate. Anyways.
Australia is just like boiling hot, right? All those darts being smoked have eroded away the ozone layer, meaning one step outside, you'll be pulverized to a crisp. I mean, unless you live in Melbourne. But you might be surprised to know, despite all the snowy winter wonderland stereotypes, Austria can actually get fucking blazing. When I was in Vienna, it genuinely got to 37 degrees. Nowhere has AC. All Viennese buildings have like 7-meter thick walls. It's insane. They are not cut out for these summer months, man. It's crazy. I honestly felt like an ant under a microscope.
Yeah, it's flooding
and
right now.
After an entire summer of droughts and heat waves, Vienna has some of its worst storms in history.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man. Oh, man, I can't have shit in this house.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm not gonna lie, Australia is gonna be taking the weather dub because, yeah, I know the Dories have burnt away the entire atmosphere. Yeah, I know you get skin cancer from just thinking about the Aussie sun, but at least they got AC, which I can confirm 35-degree Vienna does not. Category number 3, food. Now, when I was in Vienna, the only thing I ate was Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel all day. Wiener Schnitzel every day. Wiener Schnitzel on lock.
Wiener.
Wiener Schnitzel all over me. It's
Wiener is called a double V. V. God damn it. I don't know. He might be doing this on purpose.
amazing.
Yo, schnitzel is so good. Honestly, going to German-speaking countries and eating schnitzel is like the best thing to do. In Germany, you eat doner or schnitzel. Anything else is illegal. So if you ever find yourself in a German-speaking country, make sure to get a schnitzel and/or cordon bleu, which is basically just schnitzel but with
cordon
cheese.
bleu is
It's
French.
so amazing. Literally every single one of you need to try it. It's goated. And for like 12, 13 euros, you get like 3 big ass pieces of schnitzel, fries or potatoes, and some salad on top of that. Like, it's so amazing.
I know one thing though. If you've ever been to Essen in Germany, doner. That's the only thing that you need to eat. They're everywhere. It tastes good. I'm not gonna lie there. It's good.
This video is sponsored by me. Do I have any physical merch? No. Do I have any physical products to sell you? No. You know what I do have? I have a subscribe button and a like button. So I'll sell you those, okay? I'm down bad right now. Please like this video.
On Twitter at realwow_mal. That's where the subscribe button is actually. That
Bruh.
he's talking about. You gotta go there.
Just relax, bro.
Subscribe to Geopold. Geopold is the best big guy I know.
And yes, whilst Wiener Schnitzel, it might be one of the best things that God has placed into our world, but that is the absolute extent of my Austrian culinary knowledge. I do think Australian food is a bit more varied and diverse, but the question is, can it really compete with the absolute heaven tier Wiener Schnitzel? Can it? No.
Come
Moving
on.
Shoot at-
Come on. Fucking Vegemite. Yo, with such a huge variety and assortment of animals that you can pick up from, I'm pretty sure that Australian cuisine is pretty extensive. I wouldn't speak about it though. Never actually traveled to Australia myself, so can't speak on it. Fucking heresy. I understand.
Out number 4, literally, because we're talking about war and military strength. Now, Australia declared war
On
a
emu.
species of bird and lost. So, I don't know, as far as strength goes, also in my...
See, this is the unfortunate situation where no matter what happens, Australia is always going to suffer from this one. Okay? It's a stain on its history. Literally, you lost the war to the emus. I mean, that argument has got to put one at checkmate at all times.
my opinion, they have been low-key invaded.
But then there's Austria, right? With the angry painter, and it's like, okay.
And completely taken over by a certain someone, but I'm high-key not trying to have my house missile striked by the CIA, so I'll keep my thoughts on that to myself.
Yeah, in all fairness, yes, I would agree on that. Emus, they are some relentless fuckers. So, yeah, it's not that I'm claiming that it was an easy fight. Not at all. But, yeah.
And for Austria, well, I think it's fair to say they've taken the L at this point. Yeah, no one's getting a point for this one, bro. I can't lie. 0-0. Category shootout number 5 is inbreeding. Now, this one's an interesting one because you got to realize Austrian elites are the goats of inbreeding. The Habsburg family ruled Austria for hundreds and hundreds of years, and it's got to the point now where these guys are more famous for their genetic mutations and their love for their cousins than their actual historical importance.
A matter of fact, in a video that I did not too long ago, I actually went on a full rant on the Austrian Habsburg Empire. Austria Habsburg Empire, wherein I talked also about the Spanish lineage of the Habsburg. They somehow actually circumvented the Habsburg look, so I guess that they had less inbreeding there. Just saying.
The infamous Habsburg jaw needs no introduction. Not only are mangled strands of Habsburg DNA still circulating about all over Austria, this very, very loving family are actually still in positions of immense power in Austria. Take, for example, the current head of the family, Karl von Habsburg. I wonder what he looks like. Oh God, Jesus. Now, you might be thinking, how could Australia even come close to competing with this elite strain of world-renowned inbreeding? Well, my friends, I present to you Tasmania, the small Australia within Australia, an island which is the butt of many jokes. It's really the Alabama of the southern hemisphere, as any mainland Aussie will tell you. However, the key factor that really sets these Tasmanian devils apart from Alabama, Austria, Norwich is that it's not just the people that are rampantly inbred here, it's also the animals. However,
okay, fine, we knew that. We knew that about the animals, but come on, not the rest, not the people.
With that being said, like, I'm gonna have to hand the point over to Austria because, come on, man, there's like potentially $3 billion being kept under the radar by Habsburg associated private bankers. I think they got a bit more prominence than Sally and Jono from fucking Wadamana. Also, fucking Freud, he was Austrian, so yeah, it's pretty undisputable, this one.
He had to hit them with the Sigmund Freud. So, you know that every single actions that you're doing are motivated by your desire to bang your mom? This is good.
Category number 6 is flags. Now, in my opinion, both these flags fucking suck. The Austrian flag would be a lot better with the eagle left in. The Australian flag would go a lot harder with the Union Jack left out. The Latvian flag clears the Austrian flag, and I don't know, the Marshall Islands clears the Australian flag. That being said, at least Australia isn't just a standard boring tricolour, evenly split low effort flag, so it can scrape the win here. Yo, by the way, let me know if you want to see an entire video about flags. I've got some big ideas in the pipeline. Anyway, shootout number 7. Are they actually real? So some of you might know there is a weirdly big conspiracy theory that Australia just doesn't exist. And honestly, I can understand why. Mythical creatures, never seen it with my own eyes. It takes a whole ass 25 hours to fly there. Scientifically impossible, but my main...
And then there's, of course, the Aurora Australis, right? Because it only happens in the North Pole. Hey, I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy theory, but it kind of puts some credence. God damn it. Oh, hold on. Oh, so people are sleeping downstairs. People, by that I mean my girlfriend and daughter. I'm gonna be bullied tomorrow for calling them people. Anyways, back to it.
Evidence towards this point is, you're telling me British people went to all that effort of shipping prisoners from here to here, but they can't even be bothered to make my train depart on time? Nah, something ain't adding up, man. I got my suspicions about Australia, you know, and I honestly have no suspicions about Austria. Apart from speaking German, Austrians are pretty normal. So Austria's definitely winning the reality contest, for now at least. Number 8, famous people. So for Australia, we got Chris Hemsworth, Liam Hemsworth, Hugh Jackman, Kylie Minogue, Iggy Azalea, etc, you know, whatever. And then for
Nobody's locked up. We just like have a deal to make sure that when she goes to sleep, that we notify each other, so that I don't have to rush down to like say goodnight or anything, or read bedtime stories. So that's how it goes.
For Austria, we got Mozart, yeah, and then, yeah, the best guy, yeah, and then, now I'm sure there's some famous Austrian guy this list is missing out. I could have sworn, man.
You have Steve Irwin on one camp, and the other one you have the Dribbler. Who do you choose? They are both died and they both had a significant impact on the world. But which one was most impactful and in which way?
I swear they're missing someone. Oh yeah, of course. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, Australia clears, I think. I think they're getting this point. Number 9.
Now, okay, this is where we have to contest something again. He literally put him in the start of the video. Ziz has more influence on the youngsters today upon a myriad of generation than Arnold will ever have. No, like, I am fully on this one. Like, there are some boomers right now who claim that, oh, Arnold was the most aesthetic bodybuilder. No. You think that children today give a shit? You think that the teenager who goes to the gym to impress the girls is gonna spit anything but "You're Myron, bruh"? No, this has more influence. How about my boy Einstein? Hold on. You mean this Einstein? then yeah, then I believe it. Oppenheimer, if it was edited by Michael Bay.
Nine, Gravity. Austria 1, Australia 0. All that needs to be said. And that, ladies and gentlemen, makes the score even. So it all comes down to this last category shootout. And what could possibly be a more definitive deciding factor to settle the AUSTR debate once and for all than an alcohol taste-off with my good friend Wowman.
Wow.
Beer tier list.
We have such an extensive selection. Pretty much the best we could do in the UK, right?
Cheers.
Okay, so the scores are drawn. We're at the end of this video. There's only one way I thought we could settle this debate once and for all. What a better way than by trying out a national drink of both of these countries. We'll evaluate which one's better after. Now,
Yeah.
that's good. Thanks for that, man. I tried to find some Austrian beer. I couldn't. What we've got for now is we've got a classic Red Bull and some definitely Austrian vodka. Definitely, okay?
Listen, man, I'm here to drink. I'm ready.
Jesus, boys.
Smells like Vienna.
Does that smell like the Alps? The Alpine Hills?
Beautiful Alpine Hills.
Okay, Prost, my friend.
Prost, dude.
And of course they have it in Red Bull. You're not supposed to be mixing the
needs
bloody
more.
thing.
This is for science, right?
Yeah.
We're not doing this for fun. We gotta find out who's the better out of the two countries.
Alright, let's try that.
Prost. You know what?
You can't taste the vodka whatsoever.
This is
I'll
so
say
stupid.
flavors, it's good. The experience is enjoyable.
7 out of 10. Good job, Austria.
Heresy.
Now, there is
Heresy.
one Australian beer that has a complete chokehold over the UK. You can find it in pretty much all the stores. So it was a no-brainer when I went to find some Australian alcohol. Do we have a bit of a history with this brand?
It's such a bad, infamously bad.
Liquid EDL Sweat. Potentially. But I was thinking, we'll give it a second shot. Maybe we'll feel a bit differently about this. Without further ado, we got Foster's.
Oh
representing
no.
Australia.
No.
Good old Melbourne.
I'm told that this one is not good at all.
That's how you know it's Australian. I don't want Australians.
Part of me just died.
This is an Australia. Because there ain't no Melbourne, UK, is there?
Okay, so should we scroll to this one? What is the final score?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's with a heavy heart that I say these words, but the goddamn fucking Foster's is so bad. It officially eliminates all of Australia's previous points, meaning we're looking at a 5-0 win for Austria. It was a close battle though. It was a valiant fight. So Australians, let me know what I got wrong, because you'll all be inevitably irate at this conclusion, I assume.
To the Sigmas of Australia, I say that this goofy air government have been capping. Not just now, but for a long time. A few of you may remember when they said there'll be no phantom tax under the government I lead. They're capaholics. They're also yapaholics. They yap non-stop about how their cost of living measures are changing lives for all Australians. Just put the fries in the bag, little bro.
Please. Using the terms that are being used in this very clip here. On God, please tell me that this is AI generated. On the what?
They tell us that they're locked in on improving the housing situation in this country. They must have brain rot from watching too much Kai Cenat and forgot about their plans to ban social media for kids under 14. If that becomes law, you can forgo skull emoji all about watching Duke Dennis or catching a dub with the bros on Fort. Chat, is this Prime Minister serious? Even though he's the Prime Minister of Australia, sometimes it feels like he's the CEO of Ohio.
Let let me know which countries I should do this with next, and if you're interested in European countries like Austria, watch this video right here. It's extremely important that you watch this video right here now.
This generation is cooked. No way. Okay, that killed me. How are you allowed to speak this way in... why am I asking? Jesus Christ! Another reason why not to visit Australia. Even the language is becoming dangerous. Okay. No. This was fun. I gotta agree with some of the points that he made there. Take a ride on the airplane. Exactly. That was the beer drinking can experience. Pretty similar. All right. No, seriously, that was fun. Great job, Geopold. But deciding to obliterate Australia from the last point there because of the beer. Can't exactly say that I agree on that point, but still a fun video. Now, next one I think will be the Shoe-on-Head one. Yeah. And this one is special. It ought to be fun. Let me head to our channel first. Dear Brinking? Yes, exactly. Oh no, what the hell is happening to Valve? Oh, shit. Okay, before we jump into Shoe-on-Head, quick thing there. A bit of information I would like to have here from Bellular Game. Apparently Valve is being sued. What the hell? Let me see if I can find a news article on this thing before my man starts explaining everything. Just cross-referencing before the main topic is served. Valve. Thousands. Okay. Let's watch this real quick. Spontaneous combust. Hold on. You're going to watch that next. Very well. Who's ready or not video. Okay. Sure, we can do that. How have I not reacted to the Haunted the Parenting video just yet? So I'm having a little bit of conflicted request with Haunted the Parenting. So on one end, I'm being told to check out the other audio logs I have to do with the World of Darkness as well, because there is a certain level of continuity between them, so I should do that. And it means that the latest episode will not quite make a lot of sense to me if I just watch them on the lonesome, so that might not be the best idea. But I'm not sure if I can allocate the time to do them all in one go, so... Exerbia, please. I beg of thee. Okay, sure. We will do some Exerbia later, I promise. Okay, first off, a little bit of news here of what the hell is going on with Valve and Steam. Because on one end we have Nintendo, who continuously is being evil and keeps on suing people willy-nilly. And on the other hand we have Valve, who is now being sued. We have a little bit of news here from Belula that I'm gonna watch. It's pretty quick, it's like 12 minutes, so let's give it a look. "20th of August, I guess that's what he meant. Oh, hold on. Yeah, no sound. I apologize. Let's do this again.
For Valve, the 20th of October 2024 was not just any old day in court. That's because US District Judge John H. Chun on that day dismisses an appeal from Valve. It's an appeal, though, that impacts not just a single case. No, it impacts up to tens of thousands of cases in a situation that for Valve could get extremely expensive. The upshot of this is that just 1 month later, Valve updated the Steam subscriber agreement for everyone outside of the UK, EU, Australia, New Zealand, and Quebec. And that means that, yes, it hits almost all of North America, which is their highest value per customer market. Now, the Steam subscriber agreement is important. It's the thing that you sign to have a Steam account. And in signing that document, you agree that you do not own the contents of your Steam library. That's what that does. You agree that you are licensing access to games through an account that is provided by Valve. And this change resulted in loads of you watching today's video getting a pop-up announcing the new terms. Now, on face value, there are massive wins here for the consumer. There's no more forced arbitration clause, which is amazing. There's no waiving of your right to join a class action lawsuit. Those are really good changes, but they're actually not the full story. When you look deeper, there is so much more. Tens of thousands of cases, absolutely gargantuan amounts of money on the line, and particularly for Valve, one line that is targeted to get around that judge's ruling, and another line that, well, basically says, get on board or lose your Steam account. Do Baron.
Oh, shit. So let me guess. Valve in the past had a lot of goodwill kind of things in their clause, and some assholes decided to make use of that and not retroactively, but waited, played the long-term kind of play to score big. And now they have to update things in a little bit of a shady manner, or else people have to delete their accounts if they don't agree with the thing. Man, how did we get here? It's like the point where everybody just needs to be on GOG Galaxy. Oh, yeah, just GOG.
Mind though, we are not lawyers, this is just our assessment of the situation. First, I've got to cover facts about the Steam subscriber agreement. This is the foundation of this entire story. The old agreement had you agree to settle any disputes via third-party arbitration and waive your rights to join a class action lawsuit. Those things have been removed along with some cost and fee shifting provisions. Now, arbitration is something that big companies do because by default, it's to their advantage. And the TLDR is that rather than have a long back and forth with a court and appeals processes and all of that stuff that can take years, both sides instead agree to pay for a neutral third party, often that'll be a retired judge, to look at the case. And then both sides agree that they'll just go along with whatever that arbitrator suggests. And the idea here is that it's faster, it can be a bit cheaper, but most importantly, the company gets to solve this via arbitration instead of an open court. Because if it happens in an open court or in any way that could create legal precedent, that's obviously bad for the company. They don't want to have documents being examined by the public, and if a decision goes against their core business, that could bite them in the arse later.
Okay.
But compared to most similar clauses, Valve's is benevolent. And where today's case becomes fascinating is Valve's benevolence actually hurting them. You see, they say that they will even cover legal fees regarding the arbitration for both sides as long as the payout, the final decision, is under 10 grand. So even if they were to win and you were to lose, assuming it's under 10 grand, they'll cover the fee. That is going to absolutely make all the difference, and it's the foundation of today's story.
Oh
Now,
boy, that's literally what I fucking said. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, okay. Literally, people trying to monopolize out of the goodwill of Valve. That's it. That's literally what it is. So, in the old terms of agreement, Valve had this thing here where you had to settle any court issues as long as they were under 1,000 grand, and they would even pay for it. And now we have 10 grand, sorry. They will literally pay for it. And now we have some a-holes who decided to pull out something slick and forcing them to change that. Well, good job.
Agreement, of course, lets you take them to court, and because they're located in Bellevue, that will be a Washington court. The provisions like covering the legal fees are gone, and yes, you can join a class action if you want. You might be thinking then, why would Valve do this? On face value, it's a head scratcher, but when you go into the detail, oh no, this is absolutely in Valve's interest, and that's because they've just found themselves under a lot of legal attack. And as I said at the top of the video, a judge just dismissed one of their biggest rebuttals. And what we do over at Bellular.Games is also in both our interests. Over there, we publish Loading Screen every day. You can even get it in your email. And, well, the most recent editions have been going into Blizzard's dirty laundry, which is fascinating, learning about cancelled games, the sorts of things that went on internally. And over there, what we do with Loading Screen, which you get every weekday, is we sift through all of the news this industry produces. We then bring it together, we put it in context, and we keep you in the loop, all free from algorithms and ads. Plus, of course, over there, you also get our videos ad-free, you get our research reports before, of course, I even see them, and in joining our community, you're supporting my mission and our team. So,
the deep-seated desire on my part here to make a joke about Blizzard, as we have a company from Sweden called Arla who produces milk, who are going to discontinue at least they will not be selling milk to certain of our stores yet because it's getting too expensive. Blizzard could get into that business. Just saying.
That's what's going on over there. Let's then talk about Valve and some intrigue. To state the obvious, Valve is a business. They are a business that I like. I love their games. I buy games on Steam if I can, in full knowledge of what the Steam subscriber agreement contains. The contributions to Linux gaming, handheld gaming, and VR are all incredible, yet a business is a business, and all changes have motivation. This one kicks off in 2022, where we saw Willfire Games sue Valve, alleging anti-competitive behavior. You see, technically, you cannot sell Steam keys cheaper than you do on Steam elsewhere. And it's very obvious why. A developer or a publisher generating Steam keys for free, then selling those keys on another store where Valve will get zero cut, but then still using Steam to distribute the game, well, that's obviously unfair, and I do not think Valve should, under any circumstances, have to do that. And with that, you'd think that it's case closed, that they really don't have an argument. But it gets a little bit deeper, because emails from Valve employees have surfaced as a part of that court case. And to quote one email, "We wouldn't be okay with selling games in Steam if they are available at better prices on other stores, even if they don't use Steam keys." And that is what really kicked things into high gear. Going through the internet, most people think it is only Steam keys, but these emails basically go against that. And there are more emails within the court case presented as evidence that back up the argument that it's not just the Steam keys. That then reinforces the anti-competition argument that essentially says that Valve is leveraging its dominant position in the market to reduce competition by enforcing price parity. And that means that, yes, you can go and sell your game elsewhere for cheaper, but if you do, Valve can just delist your game. And the bit where it matters for competition is that if Valve has got a dominant market position, it's then not viable to not publish your game on Steam, meaning that it's an antitrust concern.
Yeah.
And as much as this has got a developer and publisher framing, it of course does impact customers as well. It removes pricing as an avenue of competition, and that does mean there's less competition in price, and that means that you will pay
monopolization.
more money for games.
Yeah.
Because when games are on sale, they've got to be synchronized with Steam. And any other times where you see discounts, as an example on Green Man Gaming, well, those are essentially workarounds using things like store credit. So you can see that at the very least, there is an anti-competition argument that can be made. Now, here's where things get spicy for Valve today. That case is not over, but it's a case that did happen.
Yeah, thank you. Literally, then make a better store. Like, how come... Now, hopefully Epic is not part of this discussion, I hope. How come a store like Epic that keeps on giving freaking games away every single week be a participant in here? Now, the company that was mentioned there was Wolffire. As far as I know, I only know one game from them. It's Receiver, right? Yes. Wolffire Games. Yeah, they made Receiver, Lugaru, HD, Black Shade. Just random stuff. Okay. Shit. Like, passable games. Oh, wait a minute. The score for the games got down. Because... I want to start by saying that there's no fun in this game. Okay. Holy shit. I don't know if they're being downvoted now exclusively because of what's going on. Anyways, let's get back to the video. My apologies. Ah. But there was the judge who said no. Jesus. Oh my god, I am sorry. Why does it cut down? Why did it cut out? What the hell? Hold on. Back to this. Back. How far did I miss? I think it was around this point. I am so sorry. Shortcuts buttons here. My fault.
Leveraging its dominant position in the market to reduce competition by enforcing price parity. And that means that, yes, you can go and sell your game elsewhere for cheaper, but if you do, Valve can just delist your game. And the bit where it matters for competition is that if Valve has got a dominant market position, it's then not viable to not publish your game on Steam, meaning that it's an antitrust concern. And as much as this has got a developer and publisher framing, it of course does impact customers as well. It removes pricing as an avenue of competition, and that does mean there's less competition in price, and that means that you will pay more money for games. Because when games are on sale, they've got to be synchronized with Steam. And any other times where you see discounts, as an example on Green Man Gaming, well, those are essentially workarounds using things like store credit. So you can see that at the very least, there is an anti-competition argument that can be made. Now here's where things get spicy for Valve today. That case is not over, but it's a case that did happen in public court. Anyone can read the documents, and of course, if they think there's a monopoly, then all customers are hurt. And that means that any enterprising law firm could start a class action lawsuit. But of course, a class action suit needs people, and looking at the old Steam subscriber agreement, well, those customers agreed to waive their right to join a class action suit. This is something that Valve have actually had confirmed in court. But the thing is, this is a story about video games, and as gamers, we all know about creative use of game mechanics. Remember the subscriber agreement, forced arbitration only, but Valve will cover all legal costs for cases of a final decision under 10 grand. That means that our go-getting law firms simply realize that while they can't do a class action lawsuit, or at least they don't think they can, what they can do is launch thousands of arbitration cases. And even better, it's thousands of technically individual cases, and that means they would all be resulting in decisions under 10 grand. And so with that, Mason LLP and Zyger LLC enter the picture. Mason say that they are bringing tens of thousands of cases. Zyger say that they're bringing up to 75,000 arbitration cases against Valve. And of course, the Steam subscriber agreement says that Valve pays the fees either way. That means that providing the firms are, invoicing their time at a profit, which they will be, well, they think they don't have any risk. They're going to win. Valve was obviously not pleased about this. Valve argued that this is actually targeted extortion. And I think anybody can see their point of view. It's obviously not what the subscriber agreement had in mind. But think about it. If Valve were found to be breaking antitrust, that would actually impact all of their customers. And the reason why those customers cannot bring a class action lawsuit is because of Valve's own subscriber agreement that those customers had to sign. And so yes, Valve tried to have this dismissed, but obviously that failed. Judge Chun dismissed their motion without prejudice. And that is where chaos enters today's picture. That's because something else went down August 2024. 4 individuals decided to test a demand made in the Willfire trial to see if an arbitrator would decide that Valve's arbitration clause in the old agreement is even enforceable. And it turns out the arbitrator said it's not enforceable. And that means that our law firms could actually go for a class action suit, or they could try to continue as they are. But if they do try to do that, oh boy, Valve have got a response. And their response is to go straight for the Steam library. Remember that to access Steam, you must sign the Steam subscriber agreement. That is why millions of users recently got a pop-up on Steam that was alerting them to the new deal term.
Which is forcing.
Apply from now
Which is
onward.
forcing people now to delete their Steam accounts. Okay.
Here is the line that makes it crystal clear. You and Valve agree that all disputes and claims between you and Valve, including any dispute or claim that arose before the existence of this or any prior agreement, shall be commenced and maintained exclusively in any state or federal court located in King County, Washington.
That is extremely precise. But a question that I need to ask, okay? Can you retroactively enforce something like this on previous cases, on an already existing case? Well, I guess that the ones that they have already filed are okay, but the new ones will not come through, right? I guess that's how it should work. Holy shit. Because hopefully they didn't get the chance to file those 75,000 cases. So, yet.
Yeah, it applies retroactively, and that means the high-level assessment here is that if somebody is in the Zyger or Mason cases, and they want to stay in the case, they need to delete their Steam account. And that might seem extreme to you, but that is actually the upshot. That is what happens if you decline the Steam subscriber agreement. And the Steam subscriber agreement makes this clear. Here's a line from the most recent version of it. Your failure to cancel your account prior to the effective date of the amendment will constitute your acceptance of the amended terms. And that is the bit that for Valve is just a stroke of genius. So many people in these cases will have just continued on with their Steam account, and in doing so, they've made it impossible, at least per the letter of the subscriber agreement, to continue in those arbitration cases. And going through a story like this, I totally get why legal dramas like Suits exist. It's so spicy. That means that for Zyger, they're up to 75,000 cases. Well, that is just going to utterly evaporate. Number one, by accident, from people just continuing to use Steam, and also from people who actually did read the agreement and realized, well, I could continue this, but you know what? I've spent $2,000 on my Steam account, I'm not going to delete it. The thing is, this is not the end of this story. It's merely a development. It is a major one, but it's not the end. The agreement lets people take a class action lawsuit. That is a distinct possibility, and it is one that is well incentivized. Remember that while they're always framed as standing up for the little guy, class action lawsuits make law firms absolutely ungodly quantities of money. Yeah, this was a hell of a story, and for another amazing slice of intrigue, you gotta check out this one next. The entire staff...
I'm not the only one. I am not the only one who messes up with the sound. This is not even a live stream, okay, guys? This is an edited video. I guess his final words were the entire staff of Annapurna Interactive. We talked about this in the last stream. So yeah, I'm not the only person here. But shit. Okay, yeah, a clever move on Valve's part. But, I mean, come on. Trying to take away from the goodwill that his company had. It really sucks. I don't like that. My sound problems are infecting others. Yeah, it's perpetuating. It is spreading like a virus. But yeah, good move on Valve's part there. I mean, literally, out of all the stores that are out there, with the exception of GOG, Valve just do it right. And that's it. And like, in comparison to other distributors, what do? They have that 30%, right, that they take away. And that's it. What didn't, let me see. Virus software. Valve.
When you want to publish on Steam, it costs you $100.
Yeah, there's I remember watching one of his shorts about the subject. See. Yeah, literally. All the other stores don't care. Freaking Uplay that I talked about in the previous video there. Always trying to sneak a way for you to subscribe into Ubisoft Plus. EA, I don't know what is the last one even called now. It's just called EA. Yeah, forcing you to do other thing. Epic, literally the only thing that I'm using Epic for is accessing the Unreal Engine and getting a free game once in a while. And then they have great titles but locked away from other people to access because of exclusivity clause. Ah, man. It sucks. Uplay. Yeah. Yeah, there was this video from Thor who actually explains the whole financial incentive.
For the life, when you want to publish on Steam, it costs you $100. for the lifetime of a game, $100. But that $100 is not a fee. It's a bet. If you make $1,000 in sales off of your game, Valve gives it back to you. That's a bet with Gaben. It's $100 that they give back to you after you make 1,000. Yes, it is just a bet. It's always been just a bet. When you want to publish on Steam, it costs you $100.
That's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I mean, greed has perpetuated with that company so far. Not Valve, Ubisoft. It's beyond belief. I mean, I'm looking forward to see what the hell they're gonna do with next year's release. I want them to like fail horribly to a certain extent, to a point where they can start everything from bottom. I went back after completing Star Wars Outlaws and checked how some of the old portfolio, only just to realize just how soul-crushing it is to watch a developer evolve but backwards. Like, they are unable to tell stories, unable to properly capture animations, make unbroken games. How hard is that to do for a company that has 19,000 employees worldwide? I don't know. Thinking of Ubisoft and the open world design, I might just do a video in the future about just like Nakey Jakey of like the open world, the Ubisoft open world. What do you call it? The game design is outdated, right? I just need to find myself a yoga ball to do that. It is so bad, and it's frustrating because you go to like games all the way back to like 2014, even when such thing like Unity and Watch Dogs were being mocked. Those games today are stellar. They are wonderful. They have gotten so much support even from the communities that care for them that it's indistinguishable with some of the current AAA releases. And it's like, how come you be unable to match yourself from just like 6 years ago? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And here's a wild fact for you. We are running up to 2 decades. 2 decades now since Beyond Good and Evil. Yep. That should tell you all about that company. Anyways. "2024 hooded horse direct horses." What? From Mandalore Gaming. Okay. Sure. Let's watch that after one of the main reactions for today, which is going to be the next one from Shoe on Head. Most of YouTube has become more about money and dominance than fun and entertainment. Yeah, absolutely. And that also comes down to the whole concept of like when we're reviewing games. That's why I, every single time that I get to search for a game, I would very much like to have the likes of Seth, Max, or whomever, like the literal people who've played the game, who catch the essence of a game, and can bring forth their experience about it, to hear about it. Because the whole concept of video game review is always going to a certain extent to be subjective. And what truly drives a game is the experience that you have with it, the fun that you can derive from it. So, like, whatever objective factors that, I don't know, some game journalists might be bringing forth and saying that, oh, it has this out of graphics and visuals and gameplay. Sure, but it's not that formulaic. You can't cut games down to just those basic things. It does serve as a framework, but it can't tell you what the experience is going to be like. And in that same way, you kind of remove the fun out of the enjoyment that a person can garner from a product that might not be ideal, but might still be fun. That's why I have derived more fun, seriously speaking here, from like games that have not been the most polished, but have had a lot of heart in them in the last few years. And that's not to say that perhaps with that criteria, will certain Ubisoft games not fall under that? No, absolutely not. They are just broken. They have no heart. Yes. Okay, Hood. Let's give it a look then. We're gonna please the student right now. Hood has a Ready or Not video. For those of you who do not know, Hood is an amazing animator who does some pretty wild stuff, and he's just overall just fucking funny. So he has a video on Ready or Not. Let's give it a look. When you break every single hostage's rule? Okay.
I got bad news. We got a situation. Well, 18 situations actually. The city of Los Sueños, just like my channel, is dying and its people are being tormented by crime, drug trade, violence, free armor trimming scams. Practically everything you can imagine.
Also, for those of you who have sometime commented that my voice is nice, Hood is on another level. I want him to do like audiobooks readings or bedtime stories. It's soothing.
I've enlisted someone to cut some red tape and bend the rules of engagement a bit. You bet your sweet ass. Today, the hand of justice will be swift and unforgiving. Alright, where's the new recruit?
Oh, hold on. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna move chat. No, chat, I said chat. And I'm gonna turn off myself. There we go. Better.
Oh, here we go.
Codename Saint-Louis, reporting for duty. Transferred from France, I'm dedicated to our mission success and bring chaos to order.
Where's she going? What the is going on here?
No, what did I say? Bring
No
chaos
redos, no
to order.
redos. What is our mission?
Bring order to chaos.
Do we ever break the rules of engagement?
Never, yeah.
Sometimes, maybe a
Yeah,
little bit.
I mean-
Maybe. The final question. Thrakolbi Nakarnuak Nash. You don't need to know what it means to say.
Bro.
Perfect. There's so many fucking missions. Start from a clean table. What if we just kill everyone? Let's just get an orc army that wipes out the entire, what's this city called again? Los Sueños. Let's just wipe it all out. Gatmuda. These guys are not f***ing around, so...
If I ever hear an operator speaking Orcish, I'm just gonna ask them to kill me. Kill me on the spot, buddy. I don't want to know what you have planned. It must be something that rhymes with eradication. Rules, yes, you mean suggestions.
Better take a good weapon. Okay, maybe we're not doing all of that.
No, there's just way too many.
So for recording, we have played a couple of the first ones.
Right.
I got a
Let's
secret
check
weapon
nobody
this
was
time.
here. You ready?
Yep. Up, coming left.
Oh, yep.
Nope.
Oh, man.
I think he shot me with like an FPS stun because I lost FPS quite a lot. This guy's on fucking high on cocaine and we got 2 boxes just floating in midair. Look at
Yeah,
this
high
here.
on cocaine
Oh,
too.
whoa!
Why? Oh, I killed it. Yeah.
Good job. Oh, he's alive, right?
Nope, he's dead. Dead as a stone.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
Wait, what? He is alive.
He's alive! No, I reported him dead. Wait, what?
We got 2 guys. They look exactly the same. But he's not cooperating.
He's
Just as a reminder, like a vast majority of games that you may have played in early access, this one entered version 1.0 this year. He's doing great.
He's moving, he's just really
Carry
slow.
him.
Yeah, I forgot we can carry them. Yeah,
See?
right.
No, come back a little bit. I'm gonna take care of the problem. Put an explosive shell here real quick.
Oh my god. I was about to say, they're kind of looking like the IKEA SCP, you know, with matching uniforms. Pretty tall and lanky, except that they have actual faces.
Here real quick.
Hands up!
Well.
Whoa, was it you?
You're gonna be
okay.
Did you shot?
No. I have all my points on bullets. You know what the good thing about bullets and gasoline is?
Oh, yeah, tell me.
They're cheap. Let me tell you, do you want a 23 megabytes a second, twisted nerve, spider, lethal upset? Neon tune.
Neon.
You picked it because it was the last one.
No, because it sounds like
not. Sorry, we can't play it because we're not that far yet.
So then what do you
didn't-
suggest? Why do you ask that?
Look at me, look at me.
Look at me.
No.
I'm the
I am
captain,
the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
Play no games, no one get hurt. Score them, what finai.
I forgot you are actually an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh.
I'm almost dead now.
That's not true.
Why do you think I would lie to you?
Because
We are a
you
team, we are a team, we
overly-
have to trust it.
You are overly dramatic, you know?
Dramatic.
That's what I said. I'm not correcting your Finnish accent, okay? Leave me be.
I have no accent.
You do have an accent, shut up.
I have
shut
no
up.
Busting the
accent
French.
whatsoever. There was a guy here last time I played this. There was a drop.
Moonwalking his way back.
This guy's not.
There's one in the back near the door.
I'm watching this guy. He's gonna go for a weapon.
Good job.
Put your hands on your head.
Yep. Tried to go for a whip. Got one here. Can you come put the handcuffs? We got 2 guys here.
Wait, oh. I told you you're dramatic. And throwing too much around. Don't you want
Well,
to
that
maybe
sucks.
like allow me to check first?
Hands on your hands. Oh, that was
You
George.
failed! Oh my
Where
god!
he had a weapon. Maintain your aura.
No. No.
You think her boobs are real? I feel like they're fake.
How would you know that?
Shoot her tits. Maybe we see like, you know, the liquid pouring out.
That's
Huh? Wait,
that's not how it works.
Well, you killed a lot of people.
What are you talking about? I didn't kill anybody.
You'll pay for your crimes. You know, we're police, but it doesn't mean you can just kill anyone you want.
B? It's worst.
What are you gonna be?
Bad. Follow
like-
me. Now. Oh, damn it.
Watch how you talk.
Go here. Inside. Now. I'm not going to shoot you. I'm just going to, like, you know, take some pictures of you.
Hold up, let me get a good position. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You've killed more people than me, so you should go to jail.
Okay, now I need to file some paper over there, and you'll be fired.
I hired you.
No, I don't think so.
And
So,
I'm,
like,
I'm
you
the
know, who's part
lieutenant.
of this
I'm the
unit.
lieutenant.
Oh, yeah? Show me your badge.
You really want me to go get it?
Yeah, go get it. Now. Why are
Oh,
you, like,
no.
walking so slowly?
Walking normally.
I think you're just trying to gain
Just
some
stand
time
there.
here.
You're not allowed to come here, so stay there. Cut that.
He's whispering for.
Okay, where is it?
They shipped it to my home.
Why would they need to ship it to your home when the files are just right here?
It got renewed. got renewed.
Mm-hmm.
You started asking questions you shouldn't have asked.
And what are you going to do about it?
Kill you.
Can I grab a sandwich, please?
No.
Little snack on the road. A little snack on the road. Come on.
Don't
I'm going
point
to
the don't point the barrel at my head.
Can I have my sandwich now?
You got 108 seconds, so better make a run.
Okay.
Eating on the job. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Are you done eating it? This is going on recording, you know.
No. So that's clear.
Hands up, asshole! Now!
Drop the weapon.
Get on the ground now!
He's gonna shoot him anyway. Oh. Yep. So
No,
not
don't
coming a
kill any
mile away.
Innocent people anymore, because we can't afford.
I never killed.
Over.
Okay, let me just like flash. No, you killed him! He already surrendered!
He was a threat.
Dude is locked in.
Oh my god!
I'm going for Lotto. Fuck off.
We could have like, saved lives. You know, like,
I saved him. I saved a life. Saru, I saved a life.
No,
Two warning
I saw
shots.
you shoot a man that just surrendered. You killed him. We're here to bring order to chaos.
Eh?
You do the opposite. You bring chaos to chaos. We're not here to kill. You hear me?
I'm only human after all.
No.
Do we restart the mission? My head is starting to hurt. I need to kill more people.
What?
I like how she's sounding more and more French for every minute that goes.
He was pointing the gun at me.
Yep. No, good job. He's just wounded.
We'll take them out.
Oh God.
Oh, sorry.
You just. What have you done?
Drop the weapon. Drop the weapon. Drop it. Drop it.
All right, so you go. Oh fuck.
See, that's what happens when you take things slow.
Oh, behind.
Oh yeah, behind. In the big room.
Oh fuck, behind. It was behind me, but I couldn't tell like where it was. There you go.
Contact. I'm gonna go for a shotgun. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
Streamer, yeah.
Don't stop pointing the weapon at me.
You don't like it?
No. This is looking very promising already.
Don't you want to pop out the balloons?
Gotta stay quiet.
Oh man, I hate this level. This is the
There's a
creepy
lot of
one.
lagging.
This is the creepy level.
This room. A lot of books.
It's
Devs
fucking disturbing.
modeled every single page on every single book. That's how it feels to render this game.
Do these have to be tight?
Yes. Like he sees me, dude. Where? These guys have thermal vision, I swear. I'm gonna pop one more flash, then we push in fast. Alright?
Okay.
I'm dead. Saru, where are you?
I'm inside. I'm clearing everything. I'm going to show you where I was, okay? You really need to check the file.
No, just go forward.
No.
Oh, I got shot from there.
That's why I was covering you, dude.
Well, you didn't
So,
do a very good job. I died from it.
Okay, dude. So first there was an enemy here. You didn't clear them, so I protected you. And
Be
he's
right
alive.
back, I'm gonna go drink.
No. Stay.
Look at these lazy there. See, you can see through the wall.
What are you talking about? I don't. Did you took any drugs before starting?
No, I didn't. Come.
There's someone inside.
To my knowledge, I don't think there is one, or anyone that actually fires blanks. I haven't played it since it went to 1.0, so perhaps there might have been some changes. So yeah, I would also like to know.
I don't care. They can live. It's their house. They can live there. Come, because I want to see if the guy pulls out a weapon. So look away. Oh my god. So if I command it. Okay. Look the cup. Look at the cup. The cup is having a good time. Hey. This was the guy. This was the main guy, right?
Oh yeah. I nudged him, so I didn't kill him.
This was the guy who was making the. He was filming kitties, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
One tap.
What are you doing?
Oh. Nothing. Let me switch my weapon to something more exotic.
Exotic. Wow. Careful with the stairs.
Ooh, coffee. Macchiato. I think it's a little bit dumb that they like tell you like, okay, all the bad guys.
Yeah,
are now
shotgun.
dead.
Yeah.
specifically.
You don't really know in real life either if someone is a civilian or a bad guy.
Yeah,
So you
I
cover
agree.
everyone.
Okay, diffusing. Cover me.
I'll give you some cinematic action.
Oh my god, dude, don't do this. Oh god.
Can it explode?
Done. No, I don't want to try. Stop!
No, it won't.
Oh my god. What is it?
You know that there's one of these inside you right now.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Checking bathroom. You check the boys' bathroom. I go in the.
Okay, I'm gonna check.
It's a dude inside like a girl's bathroom.
Just kill him, bro. Just kill him. Hold up, I'll come kill him. I'll shoot him in the leg.
No. No! We lose 50 points because of you! Just goddamn it!
Now we'll shoot you in the leg.
No, please. In here, but we see. What? It's the pit!
Okay, rubber balls, yeah.
Hands up now! Get down now!
Ow!
Turn around. Keep your hands. Turn around.
Oh, shoot.
Secret base here.
It doesn't look very secret, does it?
Oh, it's secret for sure.
Yeah,
Operator
Slash
Dibs.
him. Unauthorized use of force. Minus 50 points. Yes.
Operator
It's
Dimsky had this
Yeah, I
level
like it. You don't
when
know
it
what to
first came out. It's fucking insane.
Shut up.
Shut up!
Shut up.
Whiny! Don't pick up a criminal. Don't open though. Let me check for booby trap. Oh my fuck!
Yep. Time to light it
So
up.
much noise and I need to focus right now.
Soy el fuego que arde tu piel.
Wait, it's
That's so stupid. Just keep screaming and screaming.
Do you want to hear a joke?
Go ahead.
Why?
Unless it's to ridicule me again.
Why didn't the troop tell anyone about their rank in the military?
I don't know.
It was private.
That warrants a shot.
Want to hear another one?
No. Oh, we need to like wash something, okay.
Wash?
Yeah, he said like this mission is a wash. Like one problem with this game is like if you look at this window, you can't see inside, but they can see you clear as day.
Yeah, I know. Hey, lead it to a bar.
What?
You kidding me?
Ricochet.
No. No way. The bullet ricocheted off the pillar and hit you in the head.
Give me a clip. I think we need to be really quick on the targets.
Shoot on sight. Do not think too much.
Yeah.
Just shoot. Shoot first. Ask questions later.
It's on the left now.
And no. To here.
Certain
We
death.
don't go there. Maybe
Yeah,
we should
yeah,
even, like, wait.
we go through here.
No, wait, what? We can't.
Yeah. Got two down here. Exercise extreme caution. Oh, that sounds good. Quick editor's note here. I only realized this afterwards while editing this video. There was a great missed opportunity for a joke about the entry point being the back alley. Sorry for what?
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Sorry for what?
Yeah.
No.
On your right side, and you are dead.
Holy shit,
How-
he could have just
how
finished
are
me.
you f***ing
I
alive?
don't know. I do not know.
How does it have his radio compared to mine? He has the antenna going here. He has his there. Have you checked all the armor customization options?
Yeah, I already did.
Let's go room to room. Do it by the books. They could be displaying themselves as a...
Stop just
Think?
random firing, please. I am unarmed, said the
Whoa,
doctor
I am
calmly.
unarmed, sure fucking thing.
Whoa, so he was.
As if we didn't have enough to worry about, we've also heard reports that some of the gunmen are dressed as hospital staff. Right. Turn around. No, I'm not. Wrong button.
Okay. Alright, it's not time for a snack. I'm like this.
Go ahead and do it.
Keep your eyes in front
Behind you.
here.
On your six. Flashing it.
Yeah. I'm checking behind.
Get your hand, get on the ground, now!
I'm defusing.
Wait. Don't hit diffuser. We need to clear.
A bomb is not something that you can like, oh, we'll deal with it later. And
No.
The textures are very poor in this area.
Oh no, they are great. It's just because you have a poor computer instead.
Oh yeah. Well, poor
Yeah.
me. Yeah, who the hell would
There.
It just has the Resident Evil filter on, that's all.
Oh, the women are carrying weapons as well. Oh,
Yeah, all the women. I think it's only women in here.
The cult.
Police, down on the ground!
Oh, of course.
You got her?
I got her.
It's women who try to, like, you know, avenge themselves or
Yeah, so
something like this?
they like lured men here and probably killed and mutilated them here. How about a mission with something nice, something positive?
Positive for a change.
Like what?
I think that happens in this game.
Like a foam dart, like a foam dart battle.
Yeah, good.
Like a Nerf gun battle or something. Anyone here? Look again, laser devs, come take a look.
Oh yeah, I see here, yeah, definitely.
You should be glad you're alive. Not dead. Yeah, they're dead. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
More beanbags. Where did you go?
Here, behind you, dude, behind you. How you doing
Did
this?
you take damage?
My leg, yes.
It's a beanbag. It's a beanbag.
Yeah, and you can kill people with it.
No, it's beans. It doesn't kill. Up. Find cover. I hit him in the head with a beanbag. He didn't die. Oh no, he died.
Came from there.
Yeah, I was just checking. Careful, or you might get another beanbag into your legs.
Wait, what? Just because I'm telling you, like, you know, you're losing time. Ow!
You're apprehended.
Okay, we're done.
Too easy. Too easy.
Easy.
I can't control my arm. He's gonna execute the guy. Oh no.
Stop!
Help a man out. Annihilate that subscriber. I thought I had seen it all. But the rabbit...
Oh, okay. We're gonna watch something. We're gonna watch this another time. And yeah, that was the answer to your prior question. You can obviously change the ammo type to make it non-lethal. Of course. Alright, I think we gotta jump into the last suggestion of the night. At least the one that was planned. Some Sean had. The cougar epidemic. Oh boy. If you've ever been around a nightclub past the age of 18, you've likely experienced that. You're welcome, Reigns. Have a good night. Oh no, unfortunately, we are not doing Exerbia right now. We are doing Shu. And we are talking about not MILFs. No. Because it will technically means that is something that you are desiring. No. We're talking about the ones that are hunting you. The cheetahs of the night. The one who can smell young blood. Cougars. Let's just dive straight into it. And let me do this. Alright. Young man dating older woman. To my knowledge, according to the vernacular used by the Australian lady there, Gen Alpha language, this is called hag maxing. It's fucking nasty to say. It sounds so wrong. Anyways, let's go.
Thanks to various social and economic factors and the rich, evil pedophile clowns that run our gay, retarded government, the American dream of owning a house and having a wife and 2 kids is dying. And the Zoomer-Coomer fantasy of a rich, older girlfriend taking charge and making you chicken nuggies while you play video games in your pajamas all day is thriving. Back in my day, we called this cougar hunting. Or, you know, mommy issues. But the kids today are calling it something different. Hag maxing.
Yay!
In my last video, I jokingly referenced the term hag maxing.
You've been on a date with a 40-year-old?
Okay, that's different.
How is that different?
He's right, it's different. You're robbing the cradle, he's hag maxing. Educate yourself. Which greatly intrigued a lot of you. So I decided, you know what?
Wait, we gotta read those comments real quick.
yourself, which greatly intrigued a lot of
Hackmaxing, that's a new one. Audibly laughing. Yeah, it's literally a term. It sounds so wrong. No, don't worry. We are not going down that rabbit hole with the Gen Z ladies' language. Jesus Christ. I felt that. Parts of me died inside.
you. So I decided, you know what, I am going to make an entire video dedicated to covering this phenomenon. Gen Z men going out of their way to date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing, or is it a symptom of broader societal issues?
The only justifier for this literally is if you are a believer in, what is it called, odontology? The faith of like women with big asses. Single 21-year-old man with no interest in life. Yep, she's our goddess, and you're a little dog in her eyes, a puppy she wants to save.
To date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing, or is it a symptom of broader societal issues? Why are all these young whippersnappers scooping up these older timepieces? Oh, speaking of timepieces, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Holzkern. Holzkern is a young Austrian company that creates unique...
We talked about Austria before. Okay, I'm gonna say one thing. I know this is... You don't need to even listen to this or skip the part entirely. I don't exactly ever care about some of the recommendations that are being made by YouTubers sometimes for their sponsorships. This one is actually nice. I have gifted a couple of watches to people from this. It's actually a quality product. They also do bracelets and all kind of things. It's literally a thing that I've started to do to like not exactly support locally, but like European based work because of some, I'm sorry, ethical reasons that I want to do. So not promoting people who are just shipping away jobs in order to like make some poor kids suffer in some third world country or so. So if it is spending a bit more money to get a product like this is nice. They are shipping to Europe for like 2 days pretty quickly. So if you're European, I recommend to buy a watch from there. Anyways.
Crafted watches, jewelry, and accessories using all natural materials like wood and stone. Their high-quality timepieces come in various designs for both men and women. Personally, I'm a huge fan of their men's watch collection,
yeah, it's
like the solar-powered watch called the Comfort Crusher, that's made with fine-grained walnut wood and encased in stainless steel. The walnut wood comes from here in North America, and all the wood Holzkern uses are FSC certified, ensuring that it was forested in a sustainable way. I got my husband the Open Horizon watch, modeled after a real pilot's watch. It comes with a beautiful green marble dial and even has a built-in stopwatch function. He loves the sporty yet professional look, making it a perfect choice to wear at both work and home. And it would be a great gift for any cougar looking to spoil their Zoomer boyfriend. Just saying. The watch I picked out for myself is the Colorburst Automatic watch. It has a unique green mosaic embedded in a stainless steel casing, and its wooden strap is easily adjustable to fit every wrist. Holzkern's products are made in small quantities to ensure that each item is built to last. They do a great job combining...
Well, watching the ad because it's a Sean Head video. Usually there's a knife after the ad, so...
bracelets and necklaces, like this platinum-plated shade necklace. The store has accessories for both men and women, like the durable Forte bandlet for men made from orange-white marble, or the Duet bandlet for women, made with zebra wood and elegant gold stainless steel. All items come with a 2-year warranty, and ordering is super easy with free express shipping to the US and most EU countries within 2 to 5 days. So if you're looking for a gift for someone, or you just want to treat yourself to a nice high-quality watch, I definitely recommend checking out their store. Just click the link in the video description and use my special discount code SHOE at checkout to get 10% off.
I'm sorry, I had to comment to the one here. Australia conquered Denmark earlier this year. Is that with regards to Mary? Yeah, for those of you who do not know, our king now is married to an Australian queen. So, yeah. Welcome to the family.
Off your order store-wide. So big thank you to Holtzgren for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to it. What's up with Gen Z slang, dude? Looks maxing, hag maxing, riz, sus. Back in my day, we had our epic bacon and rafflecopters, and we were happy. Now, when I think of the term hag, I usually think of the evil, cackling witch. But no, apparently now it means women above 30. You guys. I'm so tired of comments that are like, I used to watch you when I was in 3rd grade and now I'm graduating college. Good for you. Awesome. Congratulations. My knees hurt when I get up off the floor. Now, this term hagmaxing went viral a few months ago with this screenshot. Meet the hagmaxers. Gen Z's new social trend of dating older women. A very strange phenomenon is
it was a meme. Just to make that pretty damn clear, it was a meme.
Making its rounds on social media. Gen Z men are ditching casual sex with their women to pursue long-term relationships with financially stable and experienced millennial ladies. Now, even though this article doesn't actually exist, it was a meme created on 4chan, because of course it was, but the meme did spark a massive conversation and debate about hagmaxing. And people had a lot of strong opinions about it. Motherless behavior. This is just mommy issues rebrand. Another day, another psyop. It's not hagmaxing, it's MILF hunting, and it's an art. Please don't misappropriate my fetishes, giving the dumbest name known to humankind to having a mommy kink. I mean, to be honest, I'm 16, waiting for a 20 to 25-year-old to pick me up, lol.
Wait, you didn't know? Of course she's over 30. Yeah. I'm 30 hitting that mark next year. I just think that this is like symptomatic of what would ever happen to anyone who finally gets the chance to indulge in what they have been deprived from. Right? For the longest time, it was always this. Rich guys who were likely older were indulging in that kind of behavior with younger women because for one purpose, you will say that it could be because of reproduction, as women are most fertile in those early years, but also because they found them to be a bit more exciting. Make of it whatever you want, that was the thing. However, now, women were now also given the freedom and economical incentive to also do the same thing, but with younger men, so the cycle repeats itself until we, at some point, end up finding a balance.
Well, okay, officer. I'm gonna throw up. I would love to have a 40-year-old sugar mama who buys me gifts and pays my bills. Drizzle, drizzle. Young, hard dicks and the older women who enjoy them. This isn't new. Hagmax bandwagoners are so cringe. I've been hagmaxing since 2nd grade in Miss Johnson's class.
You're not supposed to be proud of that.
I'm going to kill every last Gen Z and Gen Alpha kid on this planet, including myself.
Bro, what?
I want to be a hagmaxer, lol, any female taker, XD. I like thick MILFs and I cannot lie. Oh nice, it must be socially acceptable for 37-year-old men to date 20-year-old women again. Whoa, 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 let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Let's not do that. Calm yourself, buddy. Calm yourself. The worst part is always this whole thing of like, so you're 37. Yes, she's 20. When did you meet each other? I'm not answering that question. Yeah, that's the part. That's the freaky part. Like, I have absolutely, if they are consenting adults, like was stated in the previous video there, with the shallowness of people, I don't care, okay? Frankly, the whole thing about people finding it creepy, I get it, but it's not my place to come and comment about people's romance. But it's always a little bit funky to do the math backwards. At what point did you meet? That's what makes it creepy and not okay.
Absolutely not. I fucking love adult women. Women over 32 should be illegal. Now, according to the very astute, always reliable source, knowyourmeme.com, the term hag maxing is very popular in the VTuber community. Now, I don't have much interest in the VTuber community, but they seem to have a lot of interest in me. A lot of interest. Should I do a...
Technically, I was branded as being a VTuber because, well, a lot of VTubers were reacting to Sean Head videos, and the model, as you can clearly see, is very sophisticated and somewhat hyper-realistic. Yeah, in a way we have found a way to get path tracing through the stream, so we're working wonders here. So I should classify as one.
Video reacting to VTubers reacting to me one day. That might be fun. Let me know if I should do that. Although it seems to be a meme amongst the VTubers and the weebs, it is apparently a thing happening in real life. Rise of the boy toy. Why older women are dating Gen Z men at record rates. One woman stated, "Women my age seem to be excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurities." Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be saying this like 100 times in this video, but could you imagine an article like this with the genders reversed? I love dating these young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They're not ran through. People would just be calling it red pill incel sh**. Age gap relationships between millennial women and Gen Z men are on the rise. Our analysis of age hypogamy reveals the pragmatic underpinning of these relationships. It sometimes comes down to who's available. Many older men prefer to date younger women. The same is true for a lot of older women, with millennial and Gen Z men emerging as appealing dating options. For their part, many Gen Z men might have few opportunities to date women their own age, or prefer to date older women for various reasons. Enter millennial women.
And I'm proud to be a millennial with my side part and skinny jeans.
If you're an older millennial woman, you might be attracted to younger men for their energy, inclusive views about sex and gender, and superior care and literacy about their partner's emotional well-being. In many ways, Gen Z men see millennial women as an opportunity to level up emotionally and socially.
Oh no, no. Okay, you can look at it in two ways. The one way would be that this is in actual earnestness, right? That these are literally guys who have been raised to care enough about their own emotions and that of their partner, and being able to communicate about that. Because let's be totally honest, past generations, grandpa and grandma didn't exactly fit that way. Like, how many stories? I can tell you, I have so many anecdotes of like older people whom I've talked to when I was like asking them like, how did you meet? Yeah, I don't exactly know. I found myself in a relationship that's like grandma talking with him, and suddenly we were like married for 5 years. I'm like, wait, grandma, you skipped some steps here. What was the romance? What was the coup de foudre? What actually made you fall in love with him? Yeah, no, it was an arranged marriage. What the fuck? Like, no. Different times back then. And also, depending on what country you come from, that might have affected the generation before you. Like, yeah. Baby boomers. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. So that's one angle. You could look at it in earnestness. The other one is like, we might have social engineered women to fall for that trick.
With their evolved attitudes about everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity to the anti-hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by Podcast Bros. I love how millennial women...
Podcast Bros. That's why I mentioned that last part there. Literal social engineers.
women have just psyoped themselves into believing a man who thinks fucking a whole bunch of different women at the same time with no romantic commitment is an evolved way of looking at relationships. Like, yes, queen, that Zoomer you're banging is so open-minded and progressive. He's not like those podcast bros. I swear modern feminism is like the greatest trick men have played on women. Like, just a bunch of dudes got in a room one day and were like, hear me out. We convinced them that getting naked and sleeping around is empowering. Genius! Even Hollywood seems to be hopping on the hag-maxing train. Why are so many older women dating younger men in recent rom-coms? I'm old enough to be your mother, sighs Anne Hathaway as she passionately entwines with Amazon's new heartthrob Nicholas Galazine in The Idea of You. Oh, Anne Hathaway? I'm sorry, who wouldn't hag-max with Anne Hathaway?
What a forward young man you are!
I don't know if I'm the only one who was like watching way too many movies when I had the opportunity to. Also, perhaps because I wasn't allowed to, but will stay like late up at night to watch stuff like foreign French movies, and also, of course, American Pie. Who doesn't remember Stifler's mom? Like, stuff like that. I'm not saying that it was common, but it was a phenomenon that we knew about.
My goodness! This phenomena is a groundbreaking shift, considering Hollywood's reputation for perpetuating the male gaze and old men's uncanny obsession with younger women. You know, I really don't care about this shit, but it is so funny how much of this equality stuff is just, okay, now it's women's turn to do the thing we said was bad. All the new strong female leads in movies that are just kind of assholes, celebrating of billionaire female CEOs. Like, did you actually want change? Or was it really all just penis envy? Older women partnering with younger men.
As I said, it's symptomatic of what happens. If you're gonna exclude some people from indulging in something, or at least making it seem that is a thing that you're supposed to be doing, even if they combat it, at some point they too will have a certain form of resentment and want to indulge in the similar things. Like, and also it really doesn't help, right? It really doesn't help that guys keep on spreading that bullshit thing of, oh, remember how our teachers used to look like? Shows a picture of Sylvester Stallone. And how the current teachers are just banging hotties, yet still they are engaged in sexual relationship with minors. We need to stop making those jokes, okay? It doesn't help the situation.
Why do some people have a problem with that? Perhaps celebrities will help ease the stigma. The French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25 years older than her husband. They met when he was 15 and she was his high school teacher. Wait!
What the f... Okay, hold on a minute. We've been making jokes. If you're not a French speaker, we've been making jokes about Macron and his mom, I mean his wife, for many years. I did not know the story about meeting at that time. Hold on a minute. We need to... Where is this article coming from?
That is not good. There should be a stigma against that. What? Maybe these high-profile women will help shatter the stigma and normalize the benefits of widening our options when seeking romantic partnerships.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do a little bit of detective work here. What the hell? This has got to be a joke. Can I cross-reference this? Is that not? Oh, well, it's easily found. Maria Leonard Olsen, who published this thing, or at least it's an entire blog. Okay, older women partnering with younger men. That's what it's called. Let's read. At least that's where the Macron thing came out. According to Dr. Nicole Kurtz of psychology, much of the stigma against older women dating younger men is rooted in gender roles, expectations, and ideas of beauty that serves based on biology, i.e., younger women more able to reproduce were seen more attractive. Due to advance in medicine, science, and society, this is changing. Women no longer need to rely on men for financial security, and many of these women are choosing men for their physical attractiveness and vitality. Well, get to the gym, buddy. You need to maintain that young and youthful look until way into your 70s. Okay, sorry about that. But, dating... What the fuck? Hold on. Many women often find the older man. Libby Zerkov, 97, a realtor and lifelong learning instructor in Wilmington, Delaware. In her prime example, breaking the barrier, she coupled with an 85-year-old man. I continue to be a very sexy lady, even at this age. Okay. What's the part with Macron? That's what I'm interested in. Yeah, here we go. Perhaps celebrity will help to ease this stigma. The French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25-year-old. Older than her husband. They met when he was 15 and she was his high school teacher. That is so creepy. Holy shit, that's creepy. No, there should be a moratorium on something like that. This has got to freaking stop. Literally, the example that I made before. In his book, Revolution, Emmanuel Macron described the affair as a love often clandestine, often hidden, misunderstood by many before imposing itself. Emmanuel? Emmanuel? I beg your pardon? No! Well, apparently it is in his book, so we need to normally cross-reference this. I will be doing that in post, but I'm just going to take it as it is written there. Cher is dating a 40-year-old, a man 40 year her junior, Heidi Klum. Hey, wait, Heidi Klum, she is Seal's girlfriend, right? But Seal is like 60. And she must be 51 now. So she went with an older man before, Heidi Klum that is, and is now dating one that is 60 years younger than her. Well, shit. And by the way, if you don't know who Seal is the guy who did the Batman song. That's literally the only music that I remember from him. But yeah, sorry about that. Let's go back to the video. Just needed to double check if this was true.
After all, at every age, we deserve what our hearts desire. No. When you are a grown-ass teacher and your heart desires an underage student, you do not, in fact, deserve that. What am I reading? I'm 37 and my boyfriend is 23. I make upper six figures and own a condo in New York City. At least 3 of my friends are also dating significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. I don't rely on men to be financially stable. I don't need my man to have a good job. We both know what we want out of this relationship and we're...
Again, that's the thing that I said. The same thing with dudes who, like, stand forward and goes like, yeah, she was 22. When did you meet? I believe I was 21. Like, what the fuck, man? He was 16 at the time then, if he's been for 3 years. Or no, then he's now 22. Depending on which part we are to believe here, the math ain't mathing.
getting it. You know, honestly, good for this wait, one is 32 dating a 19-year-old for 3 Oh no. We older women aren't man haters. We have a lot of love and make a man feel like a man. We are not drama queens. We can't get pregnant. We are very sexy. I'm not like the other girls. I'm infertile. Men dating older women is called hag maxing now. Why can't men just be normal? Why does everything have to be misogynistic? No, it's not misogynistic. The term hag here is endearing. We're taking back the term hag. It's like when black people took back the N-word. There's something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when
What the fuck?
it's a younger man dating an older woman, the younger man is still the predatory one? What? You guys just cannot win. Really? This is so disgusting. 34 is not old. I am not a hag. Okay, so we've heard from the hag.
Yeah, well, Shu, what is that statement? What do you answer to that one?
Hags. Now let's hear from the hag maxers. Why are these young men dating older women?
Mommy issues.
I have mommy issues. Oh, well, there has to be other reasons, right? I have a granny fetish. Come on, there's gotta be another reason.
Go
because
hunters.
Gen Z women aren't worth going for. And I have mommy issues. To be honest, as a guy who's 22 dating a 36-year-old, I think for the most part older women are just a lot less drama and just more mature. Older the better. Most have a car, a house, financial stability, and time. They are mature and can teach you some valuable lessons, wisdom, and experience.
Literally the opposite, not the opposite, but a similar thing that I would assume some women also do. At least the ones that I know personally are dating older guys would do. That they just feel way more mature. And that's it. At least that's my own personal bias about this. Of course, there are hoes out there who are all there for the bag, as well as this guy to some degree.
I'm still 19, and for me, older women I flirt with at bars and clubs are much more receptive and flirty than Zoomer girls. Honestly, it's partly because modern Western girls from 18 to 25 are like 80% hoes now. A woman who is 30 today likely has fewer partners, sexual or other, than a woman who is 5 years younger than her.
Like, I can give you an example, as being a little bit too open here. I'm 29. My girlfriend is 3 years younger than I am. And how do I put this? In any shape or form, she would be classified as a feminist. Here's how I can quite literally substantiate this claim, okay? As some of you would have heard before, as I said, we are in the process of moving. We are moving a little bit further to the countryside, actually close to a barn. So that's going to be fun. So as we are packing our stuff, right, I'm coming off with my books, my science books and like fantasy literature, literary Warhammer books and stuff like that, packing it down. And she is organizing her feminist literature. That's how much of a feminist she fucking is. However, the distribution of the things that we do is very traditional, right? She has literally all of the, 1960 model roles of wanting to take care of the homes, cook and all that stuff. It depends on the person. It's a wild generalization to make, and about whether or not younger women are not willing to have that. I could say to some degree that it has to do with like material conditions of people, but it also depends on who raised you and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a generalization that I understand where people are coming from with, but yeah. %, of dudes seems to have done the math. So yeah, just giving an example.
Changed my Tinder age range from 20 to 25 to 30 to 39 and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make six figures at 22 years old. It's either take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money.
Can you even kick open a door? What do you mean? Oh! All men react. Wait, what the... Hi?
I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything. Easy, good woman.
I need to hear that one
Take care of a
again.
younger woman who we know is at 39 and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make six figures at 22 years old. It's either take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money. I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything. Easy, good sex, intellectual conversations, less games, more fun, and they treat you nicely. They tend to be more grounded. Did I mention the sex part? Oh, and if it's post-menopause, even better. If girls can date older men, then why not younger men date older women? I'm 16 and I'm not attracted to anyone below 30 years old.
So, here's the guy. Here's the guy from before. The 19-year-old that is dating the lady. It's him! We found him!
Ah yes, the elusive reverse pedophile. Dating a woman with a career, property, experience in bed, and life. What's not to like? Young sluts want the money up front. Old sluts are just happy to get some attention. Older women fed me, slept with me, and sent me on my way with snack packs. Legit amazing. I'm 26 now, dating a 38-year-old after years of—
Yo, I mean, that's one thing that you cannot deny, okay? You get to bang, and she literally makes your meal home. That, I mean, that's a win. That's a massive win. Hey there, man, I'm doing great. Hope you are as well. The holy algorithm brought us all together. Yeah, that's the beauty of YouTube.
trying with women my age and younger. They're all social media obsessed narcissists. I feel like they're hyping up millennial women too much here. Oh, they're not narcissists obsessed with social media. You guys weren't around during the MySpace days. Have you ever met a Gen Z woman? Who would want to date them? They're me, give me, take care of me. Man, if the ones my age ain't loyal, might as well. They're basically like a grandma caring for you and taking care of you. Oh my god. Nothing like a no-denture adventure. You people are sick. No, I don't believe this is happening more than ever just because Gen Z men like easy sex or gifts. Or that Gen Z women are too obsessed with drama or social media. No,
Yeah.
I think there's more to it, and I have a few theories. So, as we talked about before in other videos, a lot of men are dropping out of college. The issue is, a lot of young, college-educated women want college-educated men. See,
Yeah.
Stacy is looking for someone college-educated who's making more than her. But not that many young men are on that level yet. Older men are, but not many around Stacy's age. But you know who doesn't care? Karen. Karen doesn't care about your lack of college degree. Karen wants to pick you up in her 2013 Toyota minivan and bang you in the back seat, then take you to Olive Garden. No strings attached.
No. She could have kept the part there with the olive garden. You're working on a law video? That sounds nice. But yeah, take care, dude.
unlimited breadsticks. For basically all of human history, the most prevalent age gap was older man and younger woman. But why? Well, it's because men are all disgusting creeps who should be thrown into work camps and castrated and forced to make us pumpkin spice lattes. But also, it's because younger women are more fertile, and the whole point of relationships is to make babies.
Well,
or at least
at some point in
used
life.
to be. Well, at least in our lizard brains. That's the whole point. I don't know what the point of modern relationships are anymore. I just learned recently that people purposely get into short-term relationships, which is bizarre to me. Like, what's the point? As well as situationships and polycules. The world is very confusing. It turns out
People are
people
different than
are
you.
different than me. Now let's be...
Yeah, quite literally. That's all what it comes down to. That's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna judge what people do with their lives. I don't believe in like some weird objective standard of how we should lead our lives, because it's more about more than just procreation. Like, some people are always saying some bullshit like, why are you even bringing a child to this life that is going to, when the world is getting overpopulated? We've already talked about this stuff in the previous video. Overpopulation is some bullshit, okay? Debunk that stuff. Get that out of your brain. That doesn't exist. So those anti-natalist type that will go straight up after the likes of even PewDiePie, a man who literally won in life. Like, leave people have kids, okay? It's not an issue. Also, if you don't want to, it's fine. Don't be weird about people who also don't want to have kids. It's also fine to just enjoy your life as a single individual, or however the hell you want to live it. Just don't start imposing it on other people.
Be real, hagmaxing simply does not make any sense from a evolutionary biological standpoint. But it's 2024, we have surpassed the need for evolutionary biology. We could grow babies in pods and also kill ourselves in them. Our brains are full of plastic now. Men wanting to be with younger women made sense.
And our bowls. Our bowls also have a bunch of plastic in them. Just a fact that I'm not gonna ever let die. As was showcased in the Kurzgesagt video recently, beside the sun being a deadly laser, we should get our bowls checked, because one of the biggest and fastest causes of cancer is that one below the belt.
When babies were the goal, but babies don't seem to be the goal anymore. For many older women who simply don't want to have them, and for many younger Gen Z men who think they can't afford them, or even worse, are scared that having kids will contribute to climate change. It's like every other week I see an article, fear-mongering Gen Z, don't have kids, it will increase the carbon emissions, blah blah blah, you have to save the planet. And first of all, I gotta ask, who the fuck we saving the planet for if not future generations? So if Gen Z does not want kids, if they think they can't afford kids, why does being with a fertile woman even matter? Might as well date an older woman. Might as well scramble those
eggs.
Rotten eggs.
Oh no.
Editor. Edit that out. Edit that out.
Didn't need that image. No.
But believe it or not, hagmaxing is not really a new thing. It's been around for a really long time. Hundreds of years even. In fact, there was a very famous hagmaxer in American history who wrote an entire letter of why it's preferable to sleep with an older woman.
Benjamin Franklin. It's gonna be Ben Franklin. He's gonna be Ben Franklin. You wanna know how I know that? So I'm gonna cut to the short part, because I could be talking about this all day. Literally, 3 days ago, I'm stuck in a conversation about some of the quotes that some of the founding fathers wrote, because we had a short little talk about the concept of the separation of church and state, which is something that is not written in any of the founding documents, not in the Constitution or anything, but it's like a terms. You know how in terms of discourse, there's this thing about the right to privacy, right? So if what's the thing? Like, it's not phrased. It's not like literally phrased in any way, but when we're talking about things like unreasonable searches, right, and seizure, that's not something that It's allowed. It's mentioned as a right for privacy, but it's not as a canon. The same thing with violating any rights or privacy as a whole. It's not exactly something that is written in the America manga or the canon of anything, of any document, but any branches of government, legislation, or even courts will always call it the right to privacy. So in the same way that these things have been amended, in the way that there is the amendment part of the amendment clause and the free to exercise clause, those things were kind of like inferred to be there. Thomas Jefferson wrote some things that alluded to the separation of church and state, of how it is that the American government is not allowed to impose people to believe in certain things, nor to force them to not believe in certain things, and that's how it all comes together. Now, that's Thomas Jefferson. That's the more reasonable part of the founding fathers here. I had to kind of like give you preemptively this thing before we jump into the menace that is Ben Franklin. There's a reason why Benny was turned into a villain, a Templar in Assassin's Creed, if you played Rogue, I believe. Or, additionally, for more of a game reference, I do believe that he was in Tony Hawk Underground 2. You can also play as Ben Franklin, because the guy was literally a troll. In the 1700s, his brother had a journal where he started writing letters to that under a pseudonym where he pretended to be a woman. Ben Franklin, that is. He wrote letters where he talked about society, religion, culture, marriage, stuff like that. And they were so good that men thought that she was real and wanted to court him and eventually marry him and do the dirty. This was Ben Franklin at 16, trolling people through the newspaper. Later on, this man literally wrote a letter, not a letter, a full-blown essay about flagellants, farts. Benjamin Franklin was a fucking menace. And yeah, he had a preference for older women. That's all I'm saying. That's the deep lore of Ben Franklin. The more you know.
And that Hagmaxer's name? Benjamin Franklin. No, I'm not kidding. Benjamin Franklin literally wrote about the benefits of hagmaxing. And what's funny is a lot of the reasons Benjamin Franklin gives are the same reasons a lot of the Zoomers who hagmax give today. Because as they have more knowledge of the world and their minds are better stored with observations, their conversation is more improving and more lastingly agreeable. Because when women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. So basically, she can't rely on her looks anymore and has to develop a personality. Because there is no hazard of children, which irregularly produced may be attended with much inconvenience. Because through more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion. They're easier to cheat on your wife with. Lovely, because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms, the lower parts continuing to the last, as plump as ever.
What I remember from AC, which unfortunately wasn't mentioned, no, none of this was mentioned in Assassin's Creed Rogue. What I remember was them alluding to him doing a thing, because we all know Ben Franklin, electricity. He was the first storm chaser. There is a point in history where the whole craze of electricity kind of took over, and he started grilling chicken using electricity. And that was alluded to in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So that's one thing that I remember in the least. The whole hagmaxing could have been a thing. I'm not too sure if that was prevalent in the game, but I might have to look back at it. Perhaps I will edit this later and find some clues. Usually I do actually play games just to find the clips that I tend to put on my videos. So yeah, that could be fun to find.
Benjamin Franklin really just said, The ass is still fat. Incredible stuff from our founding fathers. I will literally never be able to look at a picture of this man the same again. This is no longer the guy who discovered electricity. No, this is the great American hag maxer. So basically, some Gen Z guys have found a hack in the male loneliness epidemic by dating the women who are suffering from the female loneliness epidemic. Like the
See you later, old man. Old man reacts. Have a great day.
two unwanted ends of a bread loaf coming together to make a sandwich. Beautiful. Two people who believe they are the leftovers of society. Two people using each other to temporarily numb the pain. Or maybe it's not that fucking deep and it's just a funny meme. To be honest, I don't think this is an epidemic, like the internet makes it seem like it is. All the data basically says that women prefer to date men slightly older than them or around the same age as them, and men tend to date women younger than them or around the same age as them. Large age gaps, for the most part, are rare. In relationships where the man is older, he's usually only older by 1 to 2 years. In relationships where the woman is older, 2 to 3 years. In all Western countries, only 8% of couples have an age gap of 10 or more.
This is again to remind people that these are oddities, the things that you tend to see, like the billionaire dude, not billionaire necessarily, but like rich dude, of course, who are in actual relationships. They are not common.
And couples with a larger age gap have more of a chance of getting a divorce. But it is a rising trend to think about and keep an eye on. As the social landscape continues to change, so will gender dynamics, and I find that very interesting. But that's enough of my yapping. What do you guys think? What do you think of hagmaxing? Have you ever hagmaxed? Would you hagmax? Personally, I am married to someone younger than me. He was graduating middle school while I was going into college. Well, to be clear, I did not know him when he was in middle school. I am not married to a middle schooler. Not a groomer, folks. Do not put in the newspaper that I am a groomer. If you like this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it so much. Also, big shout out to Holtzkern again for sponsoring this video. Check them out, link down below. And I will see you next time with a new video. Bye!
Random jail sound coming. Sean Head is a groomer. Fuck. Yeah. A lot of people have been hagmaxing recently. I mean, I can't blame them. Having tried myself to be with an older woman, it's different. It's different for sure. On one end, they are more experienced in bed. That's all I can say to that. And they know how to cook. The amount of young people who don't know how to freaking boil a potato or just not burn rice. It's not hard. That needs to fucking change. Have I seen Reggie's most recent video? I don't believe I have. Reggie and not Reginald. Oh my god. Okay. He played the Like a Dragon game. I will watch that, but not today. Holy shit. That's wild. No, I have not watched CJ's video. I think I'm gonna react to that one tomorrow and upload it on Friday. So, yeah. Gentlemen, as much as I would like to check out further videos now, it is sort of late. I am on daddy duty tomorrow and I need some sleep because the young one is gonna run me tired. Yes, even I can't keep up with her. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. Hopefully we get to do some gaming and of course catching up on the last few videos from today on Friday. Yeah, that will be the next live stream. And the week following, hopefully, if I have my setup moved by then, we might get into more live streams. But yeah, I gotta stop you here, Jack. I've met a grown-ass woman and a girl in her 30s who doesn't know how to cook spaghetti correctly. Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that. I cannot boil rice. Dude, it's not... oh man. It's some of the easiest things. It's so much fun. Cooking is the best thing ever. I used to annoy the hell out of my mom and never leave the kitchen before she taught me how to do a certain trick, like how to properly hold a knife to like cut vegetable quicker. I mean, it's such a fun thing to do. And also just trying to reproduce a recipe that you've seen or something that you've tasted. Now, it's amazing. Like, on one end you have cooking, on the other end you have baking. Baking, I'm not an expert at that. My dad is surprisingly good at it. He can't cook for shit, but he can bake. Because he loves sweets. And my mom has like a restriction of how much we can buy at home. So usually he's like, I'm gonna circumvent that by doing it myself. He's like, fuck it, we do it live. And it's like, okay, Dad, you can bless us with your treats. But yeah, cooking is my thing. It's fun. I wish that more young people would enjoy doing that and not just waste the money in restaurants. Anyways, for those who actually can afford it. Yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it here. Or I could be yapping. No, I need to sleep. Anyways, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for being here for this stream. It was fun. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the rest of the uploads, do some editing, and yeah, see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.